How's it going, everyone? Guess I'll turn this TV on so it's not blank back here. For one last time, we'll have that TV on back there because that TV won't be part of the news set. Hold on. Are we muted? Is it working? No, we're good. It's working. All right. How you guys doing? Welcome to Nintendo Prime Live, our last, final Nintendo Prime Live here on this set. It's a little emotional, just a little bit. I mean, it's just a set. I know where things are going. I know what's happening. I know there's brighter things ahead. Newer things I'll be able to do with the new sets. That's right, multiple sets. I know that in the end, this change is happening not out of necessity, but out of a desire to constantly innovate and create the best content I can for you, whether it's the podcast, whether it's our daily videos. Sure, there's a lot that could evolve with the editing, and that is obviously a focus of mine at some point this summer. But I like practical sets. I like not needing to rely on fancy visuals and graphics having to appear on your screen when what should be on your screen already should already be visually appealing. It's going to be an amazing journey with this new set. There's been a huge monetary investment on me and my fiance's side of things for the new studio. Thousands and thousands of dollars invested for what we have coming your guys' way. Really hope you look forward to it because everything's evolving. Not just the daily videos, not just the podcast, not just the way we could do certain types of videos. But also the live streams are going to be evolving as well. Some live streams will now be me just sitting at my computer desk with a green screen. And it's going to look really nice and not be hard to set up. In fact, it'll already all be pre-set up pretty much all the time. I won't have to worry about it. Sometimes there won't be a green screen and I'll sit at my computer. Other times, maybe I will sit at a set like this because, I need the space to show you guys stuff. Maybe I need a top-down camera so I can show you what the hell is going on while I unbox things or work on something or fix a Switch or fix a 3DS. There's going to be a lot more flexibility in how I can do my content, both live and also not live. Pretty much everything that's been said on the Stream Deck will be completely wiped out. But I might have to get a couple more Stream Decks just so I don't have to keep moving this one from set to set. Although for right now, I'm just gonna have it set up where I just literally unplug this and then plug this into whatever set I'm on, so I can just use it there because money saving, right? Why get more if I could just move this one little thing around and call it a day? New cameras. These main mics are gonna stay, but we do have a new microphone entering the equation for certain stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot. It's basically a content creator's haven. I think it's one of those, when my video comes out on Tuesday or Wednesday next week, maybe Thursday, that shows you the completed, studio, I think it's gonna hopefully blow your guys' minds. And if you're a content creator, maybe makes you drool a little. Not that I'm trying to make anyone jealous, but for a solo content creator under 100,000 subscribers, the vision of what's being built here is insane. And what's going to be and how easy and quick set everything is, where there's not going to be a needing a bunch of time to set things up between shoots, whether I'm shooting on one set or the other set or doing a live thing quick. Like, there's not going to need to be this constant need to evolve. In fact, it's getting to the point with how I'm setting up the studio that if there's breaking news, I potentially could report breaking news in a live fashion that looks exactly like a normal edited video. Think about that for a second. There's a chance there will be no delays on breaking news because immediately, within seconds of it landing, I can be live, throwing out a quick, and I do mean quick. This isn't going to be like we're talking about it for an hour. It's going to be a 10-minute. It's 15, 20 at the most. where you wouldn't even know. You would think it's a premiere. You would think it's a pre-recorded video on news that just dropped 60 seconds earlier. That's how professional the setup will be. Where I could literally tap a button, be live, the graphics will be ready to go, and it's just going to look that great. Sound that great. Be that great. Get the news to you quicker than ever before. The breaking news. We'll still have our standalone, long form edited videos. That's going to be a thing. We're going to be doing more, showing off of stuff. Whether it's Switch accessories. Obviously, that would be a big thing right now. We have some Switch accessories already banked up to show you guys for a nice Switch accessory video. Imagine being able to do live stream where we do live stream giveaways, and I can literally snap my fingers, and boop, the camera pops over and shows you the item we are giving away. Imagine a future where every video feels different, feels unique. I'm not stuck with one way for my videos to look. I'm almost setting up infinite possibilities. And this wasn't easy to do. I've had to up my renter's insurance because when we're done, there's going to be over $15,000 worth of equipment in this space. In this room alone, there will be $15,000 in equipment. Like, let that sink in. That's a lot. And I don't want people to think if you want to be successful on YouTube, you need to do all of this. I've said this many times. You only need a phone, right? You can create amazing content with just a phone. You see it all the time on TikTok, let alone on YouTube. There are plenty of YouTubers that still to this day are bigger than me, and their only camera is a phone. Maybe, if they're bigger than me, they're finally using at least a lav mic with their phone, but still. This isn't being done out of necessity. This is being done because this is my vision for my content on my channel. None of you requested that I do. Nobody told me, Nate, your live streams can be better. You can set them up a different way. You can do X, Y, and Z. Nobody said that. Nobody said, Nate, the set you're using now, there's nothing, hey, you need to change it. It doesn't work. Nobody said that. Nobody said, Nate, that you even need a top-down camera that you can use on live streams, let alone whenever the hell you feel like it. Nobody said that. Nobody said you needed to get one of the most expensive, quote-unquote, webcams in the world. Specifically for the one-off chance, the one-off stream where you want it to look like there's someone behind the camera following you. Such a rarity, and yet in full 4K 60 FPS, I now will have a robotic camera in the studio. Why? For the one-off video that I need to record moving between sets. Maybe I want to stand up and walk around because one of our sets enables me to do that. And I need to be able to do this without hiring somebody to sit behind the camera. Imagine a world where I'm way over my head and still giddy as a little schoolgirl at the thought of what this is going to be. I'm so excited, guys. You have no idea. And all of this is made possible because of you guys. Honestly, you guys have made me and my fiance's ability and willingness to invest this sort of capital out of our own funds. This isn't being paid for by YouTube money. This is all out of our own pockets. You guys have enabled this. Enabled us to feel comfortable enough to take a good chunk of what we have available and invest it in how my content looks, feels, is presented, and somewhat future-proofed in certain ways. Sure, there's minor things that get improved along the way. Cable management, There's basically none right now. I got cables all over the studio. In fact, I have a studio video dropping tomorrow. It's already recorded, already edited, already ready to go. In fact, I'm uploading it right after this stream. It's not going to go live. It'll go live at like 6 or 7 a.m. or something. But we have a final studio tour of the current studio, and you'll see, damn, that's a nice studio. Yeah, it needs to be maybe tidied up a little bit, maybe manage the cables a little bit. There might be some things that bug you guys about it, but for a solo content creator, it's nice, man. I have a nice space here, and it's going to get better. There's a number of issues with the way this setup is now, and I've talked about this a few times over the last 4 months. My studio is overly complicated for no reason. Going from standard videos to live streams should be simple, right? It's the same camera shooting at the same spot. This is where hey, I just did a video today and I was sitting right here. So shouldn't I just be able to turn on OBS, click a button, and be able to live stream? It's not that simple. I have to switch inputs on 4 different things on my computer. And even then, the audio will crash. Why will the audio crash? You guys saw it during the podcast. The audio's not working. What the hell's going on? We overloaded our audio device. So this is a Focusrite. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It's like $100 for this one. This is for a single microphone. Nothing wrong with this one. This is a Gen 2 one. Works perfectly fine. Nothing wrong. This was what I was using for a little bit, like a year ago. Nothing wrong with it. But obviously for the podcast, we have 2 people, so we need at least 2 microphone inputs. 1 microphone input's not good enough. So we went ahead and bought, and it's still connected right now. I'm using it right now. The Scarlett 2i2 3rd Gen. The problem, and what we have now discovered with why audio's been cutting out, why the headphones weren't working, I thought it was just that we had it on extenders. That's not the case. I took it apart today. At some point, despite 17 surge protectors and a UPS, this Scarlett got provided too much power. And because it got provided too much power, one of the components inside fried. Now, it still works. Sometimes I gotta smack it, but it still works. So, of course, what are we doing? We're upgrading. We're going up to the next level of our audio. So we don't have any more future problems. In fact, might be providing independent, clean electricity to it that's not dependent on the computer itself. That is something that I've been researching into. We'll talk about that in the future. All I know is this is an overly complicated setup, and it's going to look more complex, but it's actually going to be much simpler. For starters, Stream Deck. Right now, it's not really set up for anything. The scene changes don't really work, don't really match OBS. The only thing that works are some of the voiceovers. Like if I think, at least I think they're working. Maybe they're not. Probably shouldn't presume anything's working. Like if I do auto tune, hey baby, is this working? I have no idea. You want to know why I have no idea? I have no capability to hear it. That's going to change. On my live streams, I'll be able to hear myself. Like seriously, I will be able to hear myself. So I will know if things are working or not. Right now, I could be talking to nobody. Won't have any idea. Sure, I can know if stuff like this is working. Or not. My audio stuff. But I can see that it's going. See, these are the issues we're talking about. Things that need to be fixed. You guys can hear all this cool stuff. I can't hear jack shit. You guys see me dance for party mode? Yeah. I can't hear it. Only you can. Lots of little things like this, because when this stuff was set up, this room became the studio about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And I didn't know what to do with the space. I tried a couple different setups of stuff I had. Things were fine. I did a setup where my monitor was in the background for a while. You guys might remember that from a few videos. It looked clean. It looked nice. Nothing wrong with the look. But as we evolved, and obviously the big thing was, hey, we're putting on this massive show for E3. Let's invest a bunch of money and build out a set. When we did that, we didn't really future-proof things, because I didn't know what I was doing. To be clear, I still don't know everything I'm doing. You know how long it took me to realize that my autofocus setting was wrong on that camera, and why I kept going in and out of focus on my channel for over 2 years? Yeah, it took me 2 years to figure that out. Not because I wasn't watching tutorials and trying to figure it out. I didn't understand it. I've had to be completely self-taught. I've taken zero videography classes. Zero. I've had to figure out how to use these fancy cameras with no help. I've had to learn audio between mixers, between audio interface devices and everything, with zero knowledge. Reading manuals, watching tutorials, trying to figure it out. I've had to learn a lot. And I'm applying the knowledge I have today that I didn't have 9 months ago in how I'm setting up this studio. Making things where I'm not unplugging microphones anymore. Because I'm constantly unplugging microphones, in case you aren't aware. This is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work. Even more work now, because Eric from the Pretender Prime podcast, who was supposed to help me with all of this, is out of town. His work decided last minute to send him to Milwaukee. So he's now 4 hours away from me and will not be around all weekend, will not be around next week. I have to do everything on my own. I have to tear out the flooring. I have to refloor. I have to redo the walls. I have to do all the setup. I got to take out the TV that's behind the camera and move that out of here, because that TV is not going to be in service anymore. Nor will this one. Now there'll only be one TV in here, but that one TV is for the set, and I don't need anything else. It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. Everything's going to be amazing. But I have to do it all on my own. And I'm not looking forward to that part. I'm excited to see the final product. And I'm not taking any shortcuts. But still. You're remiss if I didn't say I wasn't worried about it. So, yeah, this is the final stream we got with this place. So we're doing shots tonight. I will warn you, if you want a full shot, it's going to be at least $10. I know we have a few super chats. I'll get to them in a moment. I'm only saying that because I don't have any of the weak beer or anything else. You know, the weakest stuff I got is UV Blue, which is 35%. So that's going to be $10 and up for a shot tonight. So I do apologize to anyone who was hoping for cheaper stuff. Sorry, haven't really been focused on replenishing the booze supply. Been a bit busy. Literally starting tomorrow, I'm ripping floors out. The studio gets torn down tomorrow. Everything that's in here is gone. I still don't know how I'm moving some stuff. Like my main desk that weighs 300 pounds. I don't know how I'm moving it yet. I don't have a dolly. I know for now I'll end up dragging it, but I don't want to drag it on the new floor. So still don't know how I'm moving that fucking thing. But you know what? As they say, I am excited. And I hope you're excited too, because none of this is necessary. It's all completely unnecessary. But I don't know. It's my vision, right? My channel, my vision. This is the kind of content I want to make and how I want to make it. And give me a billion different ways to do it. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to start reading the chat a bit. First, I'll get to the 3 super chats we have, and then I'll read what the rest of you guys have to say. And if you got any questions tonight, you can super chat it in, or obviously just ping me in the chat, and I will try to answer your question. Heck, we have one big item we're picking up on Sunday for the set that's going to be. So there's going to be a set on this wall over here where the tapestry is. We're going to have a set there, and there's a table, a special table we're getting that we spent quite a penny on. We got it in the aftermarket because someone who was going to sponsor us kind of screwed me over. So last minute, we're like, oh crap, we're not going to have it for that set. And we're not going to, why reach out to more companies and be like, hey, can you sponsor? No. You know what? Screw sponsors. We'll do it ourselves. That's the funny thing. Now that sponsorship fell through, everything being added was 100% out of pocket. There was nobody helping us. So it's a huge thing I have to go pick up on Sunday. We have to travel like 2 hours for it. It's going to suck. But it's going to look amazing on camera. I can't wait. I'm so excited for that. All right. Let me get to a little super chat. So Venantis712 says, cheers to the end of an era. Again, sorry, Venantis, you didn't know that it was 10, but I do appreciate the $5. And I will give you a little dance. In fact, I'll give you and Daniel Borden right now because he did a $2 one saying, will Zelda games for Wii U and 3DS ever come to Switch? I will talk about that in a moment, but first, let's get to the party mode. Hey, DJ! I have no idea. Is it done now? Is it done now? Oh my god, this is so annoying that I can't hear it. Let me see if I can fix why I can't hear it. I know you guys can hear, but why can't I hear it? The thing is, this was working ahead of time. My ability to hear my stuff, but I don't know why it's not working now. So I'm just gonna open voice mod quick and see what the heck is going on with the settings. I swore I had the output. The output is not correct. Because of course it's not. Why would it be? All right, now it's maybe correct. Maybe I'll be able to hear it moving forward. Dude, that's the thing. All of this won't be a problem once we're done setting it up again. All right, and then let me get to Jeja. Oh, wait, let me answer that question first. Will Zelda games from Wii U and 3DS ever come to Switch? 3DS, I think, is pretty unlikely. I don't think A Link Between Worlds, Triforce Heroes, obviously people want to know about Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask 3D. Technically, we'll have Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask coming in a week on the Switch. So, yes, we will have those two games. There just won't be the 3DS version. But, all the other stuff for Zelda on 3DS, I doubt will come to Switch. I just don't see it happening, nor do I see them doing 3DS Virtual Console. It's just made for a completely different platform. I just don't see them doing it. Not that they can't. They did DS games or whatever. But anyways, it doesn't matter. We're not going to get it. As for Wii U, obviously the big thing for Wii U is Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD. I firmly believe we're going to get those games someday. I'm a little surprised we haven't gotten them already. I think 2018 would have been a great year to release them. Even 2019, early in the year, 2019, I think would have been a nice time as well. And 2020, of course, when we had hardly anything, would have been great, or 2021. So I do think that they'll come eventually because it just makes too much sense. The question is when. I don't know. So for the Wii U ones, yes. For 3DS, I just don't see any path for them coming over at all. Now, let me get to JLo here, who says, video wall activate. All right, let's see if the music's working now. I could actually hear it that time, so I think I fixed it for the stream. All right, thank you for that. We'll get a full shot in here for you of UV Blue. Sounds echoed. Yeah, that happens because my audio again isn't set up correctly. The way it's supposed to happen. Let's see if I can set this up the way it was supposed to happen. See, this is the way it was supposed to work on the podcast, and it didn't work. And here, let me set the audio to the way it's supposed. Where's my headphone? So it's supposed to come through here. So I should be able to hear everything on the stream through here. So let's try that again. Okay. I can hear it for now. Man, it sounds like crap though. something crap in these headphones suck ass. We have some really nice Sennheiser headphones coming that you're gonna see on the podcast a lot. Because we're done with this shitty audio and our guests sounding like garbled garbage because our headphones are shit. And we're done with this. We want things to sound as good as it does for you guys on our end. Because you guys have no idea the audio that we get to listen to. Anyways, cheers. Oh! Baby! All right, we have another super chat popped off quick. Hold up. Thank you so much, Vernon Hardapple. Have I ever tried absinthe? Yes, I have. Thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. All right. Let me get to some of the questions from the chat. See where Retro changed their Twitter banner? Yes, I did. Potentially our first look at Metroid Prime 4. At least not a screenshot. It's just art. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Official art's cool and all, but it doesn't really tell us anything. It's just Samus standing in a corridor, potentially on some sort of, like, maybe there's a screen looking at her, like a monitor camera because of the outline at the top. I don't know. It doesn't really tell us anything. It's very vague. So, it's cool, but also, it's vague as shit. All right, we're not gonna do the headphone thing today. I'm just gonna I'll turn down some stuff here so it's not so loud on my end when I have it. You were hearing before was the sound from the speakers, and I'll take care of it on mine. I can always mute my mic when I'm dancing. Not a big deal. All right. Let's see here. Hey man, you heard about the retro? Yeah, I heard about the new banner and all that, guys. You guys don't need to worry about that. It just looks cool. I mean, it's newsworthy in that it might be our first news update on Metroid Prime 4 in 5 years, but it tells us nothing. So it's not like a super exciting piece of art. Keep the hat backwards. It's fire. Hey, I got it backwards for now. Line out converter. Nope. Do you think Link will ever have an actual voice actor in future games? I don't think it's part of... I don't think Link's ever going to have a voice actor himself. No. Nope. Don't think that's ever going to happen. Could they do it? Yes. Is it inferred Link talks in games? Yes. But I don't think they're going to. They're never going to have him talk. Now, I think every other character should talk. I think Breath of the Wild 2 should have full voice acting, and I'd be stoked if it does. But we'll see what happens. We love you, Prime. Thank you, guys. Daniel Bordon. Yeah. Daniel, my boy. Boys. What does that sound like, Ludwig? Yeah, I've seen a few Ludwig videos lately, and like literally every video, every live stream, boys. That's my Ludwig impression. Woo! All right, so Daniel Bordon says, Nintendo just dropped a trailer for Majora's Mask. Yeah, I know. I already know about it. We already knew Majora's Mask was coming. Some people think it looks better in the US than the Japanese one because they had their own trailer and it looks like washed out or something. I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough to talk about it. Maybe I'll talk about it in a video tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm not sure if there's going to be another news video tomorrow or not because of the studio being torn down. But before the studio gets torn down, I might get a video done. And then, by the way, just because the studio is going down until Thursday, maybe next week, maybe we'll do a live stream Wednesday night if I have it set up for that. Where we can maybe do a pseudo look at the studio. I'm actually I'm still gonna be making videos. It's just gonna be voiceover gameplay. And forgive me, folks, if it's like really old Switch gameplay. I have some footage, but forgive me if it's old. Or if it's just trailers. Please forgive me if I'm just showing a bunch of video game trailers. Or Nintendo Directs. Okay. I'm sorry. It's just the studio is going to be down. Please understand is what I'm saying. Please understand. So we're still going to be making videos. They're not going to be as high quality. But, hey, you know what? We're still going to get you the news and all that. So, all right. Did I try out the show demo? MLB? Nope, I haven't tried out any demos. I know we got the MLB The Show. We got Nintendo Switch Sports. Haven't tried anything. I'm busy. Don't know if you heard. The studio's being torn down. The flooring's being replaced. The walls are being redone. Everything's being redone. And not just in here. For those who don't know, my studio is in my house. So the kids' playroom will no longer be a playroom. It's becoming a man cave. That's a whole nother project. And then the rest of the house is also getting this floor replaced. So over the next handful of days, I have to tear out all the old flooring, get everything repainted in the entire house. We have a couple broken appliances I'm going to attempt to fix, and if not, then we got to replace them. Like our oven right now is broken. So I'm going to attempt to fix it. But if I can't do it, then we got to buy a new one of those, which I'm not looking forward to, because we just kind of blew all our budget on having to buy something for our second set that a company told us they were going to take care of, and now they're not. Not happy about that. But yeah, I'm just really busy. I don't even know if I'm going to get to play a single game for the next 4 or 5 days. I really do want to check out MLB The Show, and maybe I'll download the demo at some point and play it for like an hour while I lay in bed before I go to sleep. But I wouldn't count on it because I still have homework and other things I have to do as well. So life basically doesn't stop just because suddenly I got this big project to do. My life continues, and I have to throw the project on top. So something has to be sacrificed, and right now, my ability to play games is massively impacted. So yeah. Haven't got a chance to play MLB The Show 22. I would love to, though. That would be a fun weekend video to give, like, impressions on it. Although I don't think we'd get a lot of views. I don't think we have a lot of sports game fans in our audience, but it would be cool to talk about it. Especially if it runs really well. The new graphics that were mentioned on your last video, this comes from the Elemental Hero, the Shadow Link, Dragon Wolf King. Do you think it'll work on the Switch OLED? It'll work on everything. It's not... Okay, so the simple way to mention it is to say, hey, the graphics are being updated on Switch. Not exactly. The hardware is not being upgraded. It's just a way to upscale and get more frame rates. So basically, companies can lower the resolution, get native resolution through the upscaler, and in lowering that resolution, able to get better performance. So, like Mario Odyssey runs at 900p, right? They could chop Mario Odyssey down to 720p, use this to upscale it to 1080p, and we're talking obviously while it's docked, and then also get 60 FPS. Like, that's what we're talking about. It's not going to suddenly enable better graphics on your games. What it will enable is higher resolutions maybe than you would have gotten, because, let's be honest, a lot of games on Switch don't hit native resolution in handheld or in docked, and be able to get higher frame rates. So it is a big deal, but developers got to want to use it. It's free, it's open source, developers got to want to use it. And what's cool is that Nintendo themselves is using it. So they're using it for Nintendo Switch Sports. There's no reason to think they're not going to use it in future games as well. So, you know, Breath of the Wild 2 could use it. Kirby and the Forgotten Land could use it. Pretty much everything could end up using it. So, I think it's really cool. It's really cool what they're doing. Slavic Hinsiak says, what do you think a new concept for Switch would be the most probable? That maybe they would stem away from the hybrid nature and maybe try something new with the VR capability. So I don't think they're going to go away from hybrid. At least not for another gen. I think we have at least one more generation of hybrid. But I do think they're going to try some new things. I think we're going to get a camera on the new one to at least enable AR or VR. It would be interesting to see if they decide if they want to partner up with like Verizon or some other company to offer some sort of portable internet capabilities. So you can do things like, hey, you don't need a phone to play Pokemon Go anymore. You can do it with your Switch 2 or whatever they call it. Whatever Nintendo does, it's going to have some, it's going to be like the 3DS, I think, where we're going to get something that's iterative, but at the same point has some new key thing the old one couldn't do, and not just from a power perspective. I think cameras are the next step in doing something cool with that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they make it foldable. That would be interesting. That would be a different portable design to make it foldable, because foldable screens are a thing. Um, I don't really know. Like, you could talk about VR, VR, VR. VR is interesting. Obviously, you could talk about, oh, they could pack in a VR headset with it, but that would mean that Nintendo is attempting to go all in with VR, and I don't see them going all in with VR. I could see them more so selling a headset as an accessory. Bottom line is, though, you need high refresh rate panels. You need, obviously, good resolution on the screen itself, and on top of that, you need the power to drive the games. So I'm not gonna say Nintendo's gonna go away from VR. We just saw the Labo VR; they experimented with it on Switch. So I think they're not gonna ignore VR moving forward, but I don't think it's gonna be like a primary focus. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Maybe they decide to add glasses-free 3D again. I have no idea. Nintendo, is all about, we need to find a way. This is what I love this about Nintendo. This part of Nintendo to me is funny. Nintendo's mantra: we need to find a way to release a new product that enables us to do more with having unique ideas that we couldn't do previously. However, 99% of our games are just going to be made traditionally. Oh, 3DS, we got that glasses-free 3D, and yeah, most of the games were primarily made to just be traditional games. Oh, dual screens, again, mostly just used for inventory management. Most of the games are just going to be used and done traditionally. Oh, Switch, oh my gosh, look at all the things it could do. And again, 99% of the games are just made in a traditional way. Nintendo is the masters of saying, we need to come up with a unique idea that lets us do something we couldn't do before, and then we're going to go ahead and not use it ourselves. Wii U gamepad, anybody? Nintendo are the masters of coming up with these unique ideas that they don't use themselves. Because Nintendo has a problem where they don't communicate with their game developers, where their game developers would tell you, hey, we don't really want to do that. We don't want a gamepad. So, yeah. The thing about Switch is it's really that sweet spot in not a unique idea, but a cool idea, a well-executed concept, and you could just do traditional games. So yeah, I would like to see them continue that for another generation, and I think they will. I don't think they're going to let go of 100+ million users. I think Nintendo is doing something interesting right now. We're about to enter year 6, and year 6 is packed with games. Nintendo's never done that in year 6. So if Nintendo can maintain Switch momentum until they launch the new device, I think that's going to lead to a much better start for a new device that follows up this one. So, I don't know. Nintendo, though, is Nintendo, and for all I know, and I've said this many times, Nintendo will decide, hey, the future is streaming, and they release a little Fire Amazon TV stick, and we stream all our games from the cloud. I have no idea. Nintendo likes to do different things every time and completely destroy their established user base. That's just what Nintendo does. So, we'll see. It's a new president, and I hope the new president, much as I love Satoru Iwata, rest in peace, man, I hope the new president realizes, hey, there's a better way. And right now, so far, with game support, he's showing there's a better way. Now we have to hope they carry that support into the next system. So, we'll see what happens. What if it has hologram tech? Yeah, I won't go that far. It's too expensive. Hologram tech is still way too expensive. Yes, guys, hologram tech is real. It exists. We could do holograms. Stupidly expensive. Birdman says they're just going to improve the design of the Switch, more capable hardware, better ergonomics on the Switch design, upgrade HD Rumble, so then they could add to the Switch. I mean, it'd be cool if they borrowed, Sony's idea with the triggers and made the triggers like, have some impact triggers and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. But this is all about what are they going to do. I mean, they fundamentally need to change the design of the Joy-Cons for better joysticks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What kind of Splatoon merch do I have? I don't have any. Not because I don't love, like, I really enjoy Splatoon. I don't have a lot of gaming merchandise. Like, you might see, oh, but Nate, you got Toad there. Yeah, this is my kids. They won it in a vending machine last week. Oh, but you have Skirbo, right? You're right. I got that as a Christmas present. I don't really buy merch. I know, it's kind of weird, right? That I'm not that person that buys a lot of merch. I mean, I have a few t-shirts here and there. I got a Pokemon hat that I just found. I don't really buy a ton of video game merch. Maybe that's why you see me wear the Bucks hat like a lot, because I've got a couple of gaming hats. I got like an NES controller hat. I just don't buy a lot of gaming merch. It's just not. I'd rather buy games. You know, there's always more games I want to buy. The Elemental Hero Shadow Link Dragon Wolf King, thank you for pinging me. He says, yeah, I understand. I had to ask because I was confused. Some part when it was discovered, and then I thought about the Switch OLED. Yeah, the Switch OLED's using the same tech as everything else. So if it helps Switch OLED, it helps everything. Switch PC. You guys are funny. You guys are awesome. We have a wonderful community. I try to remind myself of that sometimes. Because the content we're making and everything we're doing, with the studio is all about, obviously, you guys and making better content for you. Like, it's my vision that I really hope you accept. Like, J-Lo brought up earlier with the super chat. Ooh, a video wall! Sort of. I don't really have a video. Video walls are like, $20,000. Don't have a video wall. But I have what I think is going to do a good job. And I think based on how I have it framed at the moment, it's going to work out really well. Yes, I'm staring at it right now. It's going to work out really well. I did a little practice thing with it, and it ain't looking too bad. I can tell you that. It ain't looking too shabby. So I can't wait. And like, if I just told you what it was, which you're gonna find out tomorrow, by the way, because you're gonna see it briefly, because it's already on the wall. You're gonna see it briefly tomorrow. You'll be like, oh yeah, who cares? What's the big deal? You gotta wait and see how it's used to understand what the big deal is. Anyway, I'm excited. Daniel Borden. I used to be able to do that teeth thing where like you flip the hat up and catch it. Daniel Borden says, what type of pre-order bonuses will Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 have? I have no idea, man. Statues, posters, art books, pins. Look at anything they've ever done before and just take your pick. Like, I have no idea, you know? Hey, G.I. Thank you so much. GI Rocky 3 says, cheers to the new setup. You can't wait to see it. Yeah, man. There's gonna be a lot. It might take weeks before you guys see everything, just because of the type of videos, live streams. Although I will say, if we somehow get to go live next Wednesday, which is podcast night, but podcast night might get pushed to Thursday. We'll see. I gotta see how things are going. But if we happen to go live the day that we finish all the stuff, it's gonna be crazy. Because it's not going to be like I don't know. I don't want to say it's not going to be a typical live stream. You'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited. But cheers. Remember, all shots are $10 and up. We have our $20 shots Gold Shogger. We haven't done that yet tonight. Let's go, DJ.
Hey, DJ.
Whoa. I don't know if you answered this already. Did you see the Artwork Retro Studios tweeted for Prime 4? Yes. Yes, I've seen it. Looks good. Looks good. It doesn't tell us anything. Like, I know people are excited to see that artwork, and it's like, cool. What does it tell us? Absolutely nothing. I see more when I go to sleep. Absolutely nothing. I see more when I dream. Like, seriously, I have dreamed of Metroid Prime 4 and seen more of it in my head than that art tells me. Granted, what's in my head's completely fake and made up and has nothing to do with the game, but the point is, the art tells us nothing. It's cool, it's neat, and we learn nothing. It's the most vague piece of art they could have put out. Even the silhouette of Samus almost looks like a piece of old official art blacked out. It doesn't even look like it's high effort, is what I'm trying to say. So I would say that it's a very generic piece of art, personally. Not insulting the artist. They clearly intended to use it for this purpose. It's just kind of it's so vague. It doesn't really tell us anything at all. At least in my opinion. And I've looked at it really closely. I've zoomed in on it. I'm not seeing anything that matters. I'm just checking on the score of the Bucks game. They're down 10. Down 10. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on here. Back to the stream. Suppose it potentially confirms we'll see footage later this year. I don't think it confirms anything. It just confirms that's the game they're focused on. I don't think it really confirms anything. That's one of those, and we do this a lot as gamers. We read too much into things, and I do it too. I am not going to read too much into a profile change on Twitter or a really vague piece of art. Like, I don't think that confirms anything. It's just they're updated their profile to the latest game they're working on. And they probably knew it would get headlines, even though they're not talking about the game anytime soon. Still nice to see new Samus artwork from Rich. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm being a Debbie Downer. It's just, okay, cool. So, what did we learn about Metroid Prime 4 today? That Samus is standing in a hallway, a bridge that goes down and goes up. Okay. Blue. Okay. Long casted shadow, which is based on the lighting. Okay. She's got her hand at her hip, like in other official artwork. Okay. Oh, there's an outline of like maybe this is like a security camera look at her. Okay. And? Maybe Samus is looking at Samus. Maybe that's Dark Samus, and we're really looking through Samus's vibe. Maybe. Speculative. Okay. We learn nothing. It's much to do about nothing. And without context, it means nothing. We lack context, so it has no meaning. And I say this about a lot of things. Context matters. Context doesn't just matter. Context is everything. Because without context, things don't have meaning. I can hold up a shot glass and go, what does this mean? Nothing without the context of what you usually drink out of it. Context matters. So, without context, the art is basically a meaningless, could have been just something I randomly found on DeviantArt for all I care. It literally has no meaning without context. So, I'm not trying to insult it. It got people talking about Metroid, which is always cool. but it got us talking about nothing. Just more hope that we somehow see Metroid Prime 4 this year. Gives you hope, I guess. Maybe. I'm not holding out hope we're seeing Metroid Prime 4 this year. I'm already fully bought in. Metroid Prime 4 is not coming until next generation. Don't expect to see it on Switch basically at all. And if it is, it's a cross-gen title. That's my expectation. I'll be happy to be wrong. But Retro's had a hard time getting games out the door. So, and they keep hiring for Metroid. Like, you don't just keep hiring for Metroid all the time if things are going well. Like, if things are going well, you don't see the Zelda team constantly hiring new people when they're making Zelda games because it's already going well. Development's going well. The Breath of the Wild 2 team's not massively hiring to get more people, but Retro is always hiring for Metroid all the time. So it's like, I don't feel like this game's anywhere close to coming out. Glad to be wrong, though. Maybe they finally hired a concept artist, and that's why we have. I have no idea. And if they didn't have a concept artist this whole time, yikes. I'm sure they did, by the way. I'm sure if I go look at their staff roster, there'll be plenty of concept artists and other art people. Can you show the bottle of that blue stuff you're drinking? Yeah, it's just UV blue. It's nothing special. It's like what is it? Like a $6 bottle of booze, 35%. Usually you mix it with pop or something. Not a big deal. Not like this. Like this is this stuff can mess you up. This is $20 shots, and yeah, we still have our $100 shot. I don't know what the heck's. Oh, that's Adobe. Oh, we have to update your Photoshop and update your Premiere. No, you do that, Adobe. You do that and crash my streaming computer and then have me yell at you later. Because I set it to not auto update, and yet it's over there auto updating anyways. Because even though you check a box that says don't auto update, we're gonna auto update. It's kind of like Windows Update. Like you tell it not to do it, and then it just does it anyways. All right. They say they are working on something really hard, but the president is also different. Switch 2, please. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I already talked personally about next gen stuff earlier in the stream, so I'm gonna skip that for now. Sorry, man, because I just don't want to have to keep answering the same thing over and over in the same stream. The elemental hero, the Shadow Link, Dragon Wolf King says, if Breath of the Wild 2 got this zombie-like creature, you mean what's pretty much at this point confirmed to be Ganondorf? What do you think this zombie creature is, Ganondorf? And what part or where does the zombie creature take place in Breath of the Wild 2? Underneath the castle. Next. I feel like these are like obvious. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I feel like it's pretty obvious. It's underneath Hyrule Castle, and it's Ganondorf. Slava says, nah, I feel you. It's obviously nothing. It's not newsworthy. It just excites me to remember the game going to be revealed. Yeah, I mean, I think people just are dying. Like, if you're a Metroid fan, especially of the Prime series, and you're just dying for any nugget of news, and I know this is a Zelda fan. Let's say there was an extremely vague piece of Breath of the Wild 2 art. I'm not going to lie, I got some bias. I might suddenly act like it's such a big deal and overanalyze it, realizing it reveals nothing, but still call it like really, really cool that we got it. Difference is the Zelda team has given us faith because we've seen multiple trailers for the game as well. So I don't think an official art piece drop would show nothing. So I don't know. I also I admittedly have extreme bias for Zelda. Okay, update then, you damn computer. You keep saying we're updating. You don't got to remind me. Just do it. Damn. Just don't restart. Yeah, that's my computer. It's just being dumb. Here, I'll just mute. I'll mute my computer until we need to play something. You think Serena will return in Pokemon Journeys? I don't know who Serena is. I'm not a Pokemon person, so I have no idea. Even if they're in Legends, I barely remember any of the characters, like their actual names in Legends. I've seen it before. You know what Goldschlager is? Yeah, Goldschlager. I love Goldschlager. You deal with that crap every day working IT. Dude, I do some IT stuff as well, and I've been doing IT for a long time. It's super annoying, man. how much crap like you can lose like half a day's worth of work on like a server because it just decided we need to update and reboot, and you're like in the middle of you running process shit, you're gonna fucking reboot, and you couldn't stop it in time, and it's like, what the fuck? Now I gotta recompile everything, and it's just so dumb. And that's like a more extreme case of it. Like, obviously, it just gets annoying in general. You could be in the middle of a video conference, and all of a sudden, boop, you're kicked off because your computer decided to restart because it's got new updates. And then the updates take 45 minutes, and you get yelled at because, oh, what are you even doing this whole time? Waiting for my computer to update. Sorry, welcome to IT. People hype for Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Oh yeah, dude. Ash's quote unquote friend. Okay. Say, all right, Daniel. The Legend of Zordo. Long. Say. In London. No idea what that sounded like, by the way. I have no idea what that sounded like. I hit my voice randomizer. I got a randomizer button. No idea what that voice was. Hope it was worth a couple bucks for you, though. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support tonight, guys. You guys are awesome. Man. I'm starting to feel it, though. I'm starting to get a little... There's almost like a tear in the back of my eyes just being held back. Just a smidge. It's just barely being held back. Because, man, this set represented something, you know? This set I'm on right now was a big deal to me last year. This was a massive undertaking for this set. And it represented, like, my commitment to the channel, my commitment to doing something special, my commitment to doing something different, my commitment to not be like every other YouTuber in my space. Oh, it means something. I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow while I'm tearing it down if I don't cry at some point. Just because this is it, guys. This is what I've been streaming. This is where we've been sitting, where we've been streaming for 9 months. Like, this represented like a commitment to the channel, commitment to that massive giveaway stuff for last year's E3, commitment to putting on a show. I don't know. There's just something special to me about this. And the minor improvements we made, like, some things won't go away. Like, I'm pretty sure we'll still use these desk mats. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, 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 hey! Hey, baby! I want to know who's Jared Vidro. Hey, Jared Vidro with the $20. That's a Goldschlager, baby. Let's get out the big boy. Let's swirl it around. Let's get some gold flakes in me tonight. Oh, what did I do with the shot? Whatever. I guess we'll just keep using this one. So cheers, man. Take your time on the set and do it right. I mean, that's the thing. This isn't like a slow process. So like tomorrow, I'm ripping out the floors. I'm ripping out the floor on the steps. And then in the what's going to be the man cave, and then in here, that's tomorrow. And then repainting and all that'll happen over the weekend. And then we got to rip out the floors upstairs over the weekend as well. And then the new flooring will be here on Tuesday. We got to install that upstairs and downstairs. And then after that, I'm giving myself basically a couple days to try to get everything else set up in here. As I said, one of the big things for one of the sets is already set up and on the wall and ready to go. But the rest, like some of the, like there's the part for the, like that's why I said you might not see this set over here that we're building for a little while, because there is something coming for that set. Some neon sign stuff that's going to be really cool. That won't arrive until March. It's being made right now. It's already been ordered. But, it takes time to make it and ship it. And shipping's really expensive for it because it's a neon sign. They got to make sure it doesn't break. So they have that coming in. That'll be here, probably by the second week in March at the latest. And then that'll be up. Doesn't mean I won't use the set before then if I need it for something. And the set over here is going to double as a B-roll set. For those who don't know what B-roll is, it would be like, let's say I'm showing off. Here, I can give you an example. This. I have to do an ad. I actually have to record this before I take down the set, and I haven't recorded it yet. Whoops. So this microphone here, by Toner, they are sponsoring a video, and I got to get this ad made. Like, literally, I got to get it made, like, ASAP, because the set's coming down. And the video's due out before I'm back with this. So I got to make like a 30 to 60 second ad for a sponsor spot. And what I could do with something like this is, I'll show myself like using it, and I'll record some audio with it and be like, hey, this is what usual mics are. Dude, here's the Toner mics. Doesn't this sound nice? Okay, cool. And then this is going to, what I could do with it on the new set, I can't do it on the current, is it's going to sit on this thing, and I'll be able to either have a rotating dish that rotates it around like this, or I'll be able to bring the camera around it like this. So I got two different ways to handle it. I think right now I'm leaning towards the rotating dish to slowly rotate this around for a really cool B-roll shot. And not just this. This is just an example of stuff I could do that's gonna look really cool. It just adds production quality to the videos. It's not something that, oh my god, you need to do this. Well, no, I can just take pictures with my phone, and that usually will do the job. Or use marketing photos. But it's like, there's something different about adding that extra level of production quality, even in a 30-second ad, right? Like, so I don't know. Cheers, man. We had another super chat pop up. Bam. Oh, yeah. All right. We had another one come in for Robert Salazar. How's it going, buddy? Oh, man. I totally forgot. We're also changing up, before I get to the super chats. So I have this mini fridge back here. We're not going to have a mini fridge anymore. I totally forgot. We haven't bought it yet. Yulia decided that we're getting rid of the mini fridge. And I'm like, that's cool. I don't need anywhere to keep water or whatever. Right now I got some Dr. Pepper Zero. It's whatever. I'll drink it warm. She goes, oh no, we're not getting rid of it because of that. We're gonna buy this stupid. Who needs this? We're not a retail store. We're buying a $300 canister cooler. Like the ones that you were walking a store, like at a gas station, and you flip up the top and you can like grab a cold beverage out of it and check out. Yeah, we're going to have one of those. It's probably going to go on one of my sets. I don't know which one yet, but... Why? Because we can, damn it. Because we can. They're like $300. Why not? Because we can. It'll be electric. It's not going to be one of those ice ones, so I don't have to drain it. But it is really cool, and we can put a lot of drinks in it. They'll always be ice cold. So why the hell not? Like, it's gonna... I mean, it'll look like someone sponsored us or something, and it's like, nope, we just bought that on our own because we just think it looks cool. So that's gonna be on one of the sets. I'm not sure which one yet, but yeah, it's gonna have all the cold drinks for the whole studio when Eric's over. If I have friends, heck, the booze might get kept in it. It was Robert Salazar for the $2 says, I won't encourage drinking, but I'll donate for a high five. High five! What's up, Robert Salazar? By the way, you don't got to worry about it, Robert. Any donation under $10, I'm not doing shots. So you got to worry about it. If you go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, doesn't matter. I'm not going to do one. And obviously, this is a note to anybody, by the way, because obviously not everyone's okay with drinking. I obviously am, and I don't have a problem with it, but I know some people do have problems with it. Some people legitimately have problems in general with booze. Um, and I always say drink responsibly, be responsible. If you can't handle liquor, don't have it. Don't be abusive. Recognize if it's a problem for you. Um, if people specifically don't want me to take a shot when they donate, but they want to support the channel, all you have to do is just say, let's put a code in it. Let's say, not even a code. How about just NS? Just end your super chat with NS. And I'll interpret NS as no shot. I think that's cool. We can have a little code in our community. So if you want to donate and not worry about me drinking, cool, NS. If you want me to, cool. You just don't put NS in. But again, tonight, because I don't have any beer or anything, it's just, $10 enough for shots. Daniel Borden says, content idea. Thank you so much for the $2. Prime fan Zelda art put in studio. So, right now, I'm not going to have any fan art on my sets at the moment. However, on my live streams when I'm not using the green screen, because I won't be using the green screen for every live stream, right? The green screen will be a lot for like when I'm streaming games. That's mostly what it'll be for. But every now and then I might have like a cool pre-set up thing, for like a skit or something that I'll use the green screen for a stream that might be cool. But besides that, I won't always have the green screen down because it's going to be hanging off the ceiling. Yeah, it's gonna be. That's right. We're upgrading, baby. We're getting the retractable green screen. It's freaking sick. It's massive. It's like 7 feet wide, and will come almost all the way down to the floor. It's awesome. Which means, yeah, on the back side of it, I could literally stand up and record a video and use the green screen if I want, standing up. So, anyways, yes, that's right. Multi-purpose use case studio. What the hell? Why am I thinking ahead? What am I doing? Anyways, it'll be interesting because I'm thinking about in the background on this wall back here, because this wall back here will basically not be in any of the sets. However, this whole wall here will be viewable on a live stream. You'll be able to see it on live stream if I don't have the green screen down. So I did think along this wall might be cool to put up some art. Whether I get some of those disc plates, like those metal ones. Maybe we put up some unique memories from the channel. I could put up my E3 badges, get them framed, put them up. Could do, if we ever get a 100K YouTube plaque, maybe that goes there. Although chances are I'll probably put the YouTube plaque, I don't know, one of the sets. Maybe it'll be this set, because this set's going to be more barren. This set is going to be mostly like a whitewash grayish color with the neon sign, and that's pretty much it. It's going to be a pretty bare bones set. That's intentional. It's for simplicity and B-roll. So I can use it for some things, and then also simplicity. Not everything needs to be super complicated. Our other set's already going to be super complicated. This one's going to be a more simple set, but can do other things. And then we have the green screen. And technically, there's a 4th set that's already exists that I haven't used. I've had another set this entire time. The gaming collection set. It's literally just sitting here. I'm staring at it. It's been set up this whole time. I just haven't been able to use that room. And we'll be able to use that room now. So that's going to be exciting. Because technically my studio has 2 rooms to it. 2-room studio. The booze barrel. Yeah, but it's gonna be for like popping. It's not even for booze. It's gonna. I think it literally the one we were looking at just says cold drinks on it or something like that. Anyways, we'll see. We're trying to see if we can get one secondhand for cheaper than buying it brand new. Because I mean, $300 is a lot. But if we can get one for like $150 secondhand that works fine and is in good looking condition, great. If we have to buy it brand new, we'll buy it brand new. But bedtime for you later, Brian C. Bro, it's cool seeing your channel grow, and I'm glad to see you're putting that effort into the set too. My roommate and I watch your videos every day, man. Well, thanks, man. What about? I do appreciate that you are one of those people that watches every day. Where are we at for members, by the way? I haven't been streaming a lot this month because of just everything going on in life. Usually when I don't stream a lot, we lose members like crazy. So I'm actually curious, like where are we at for members on the channel right now? Are we under 100? We're 130. Yeah, we're down We're down 15 members. So I'm trying to get us to 200 members, but it's not going to happen when I don't stream. So I got to stream more. We've had 25 people cancel in the last 30 days. Yeah. When you're not streaming, and the primary reason you became a member was for the streams, you know, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Update. Okay. Sorry, I had an update on the Anthony Davis injury. He's on my fantasy team. I'm a Bucks fan. Are the Bucks winning or losing? I can't tell from here. They are third quarter still. Down 9. All right. Anyways. Farewell, studio. Good times. Yeah, man. We've had a lot of good times on this set. A lot of good times. And what are some of your guys' favorite memories? Like those of you that watch my videos, you know, whether it's my standalone videos or my live streams or my shows, like, what's your favorite memory of this set? Like, I'm very curious, like, what your guys' favorite memories are, because I know all of mine, because I'm the one that lives it every day. What are your guys' favorite memories of this set? Favorite piece of content I've done on this set, maybe. I'm very curious what you guys think. Eric crying during E3. The chair stream. You know, the infamous chair stream technically happened before this set existed. For those who don't know, we had like a 12-hour stream that was nothing but my office chair. That was a long time ago, though. E3. You should try getting around the clock on your podcast. We'll see, maybe. I know who around the clock is. E3, 100%. So like one of the very first things we did with this set, it's been all downhill since then. I mean, E3 only comes around once a year. What are you gonna do? We haven't had a lot of shows, so like that, because there hasn't been anything since then. The giveaways. You loved watching me get tortured by Pokemon. There you go. It was like 7 out of 8 weeks I streamed Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Oh my god, it was such torture. The old I giveaway. Are we talking about the one that where I had 1,200 live viewers? That was our highest number of live viewers on a stream ever, in terms of just the amount we had at a single time. Not the most viewers we've had on a live stream. That's E3, but yeah, that was a crazy. That was a crazy giveaway. I did not expect, even though it was hyped up for like a month, I did not expect 1,200 live. That blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. Like, I'm giving away one. They know this, right? Just one. Holy shit. And my fiance's calling me. Hold on. I gotta take this phone call. Here, listen to some music while I take this phone call. I'm back. Relationships, man. Basically, my fiance, I'm not gonna get too much into it. She's just really irritated with schoolwork, and she thinks there was someone trying to charge her Venmo account for fraud, and nothing actually happened. And she's just, you know, when you're stressed, you're stressed. We'll just leave it at that. All right, how you guys doing? Um, the music is still on. The music was supposed to be on. I was talking on the phone, folks. If you don't know, my private conversations are my private conversations. Just because I'm still on camera, I'm not going to turn the audio on so you could hear it. Favorite memory number 1, being a guest on your podcast. Number 2, having you tell us that you and Yulia are secure the location and date for your wedding. Number 3, all the other fun. Nice, man. Nice. You shouldn't be muted. No, we're not muted anymore. Stop that. I'm scrolling to see what other people's memories were. The many times you accidentally left the voice changer on and went for several minutes with serious talk without realizing it. Yep, those are fun. We enjoy watching you suffer. I enjoyed seeing you in a suit freak out about Metroid Dread. Yeah, that was fun. Podcast memories. Yeah, lots of good memories on this set. We missed the gossip. It's just Yulia being frustrated and blaming me and getting upset when she doesn't need to. There was nothing to be upset about, but she just, when you're frustrated because you're really stressed out because you're sitting there getting slammed with homework at she's overworking herself with homework at the moment because she's trying to get all of her homework done tonight and tomorrow. She's trying to slam a week and a half of homework into 2 nights so she could try to help me this weekend take out the floor and all this stuff. I'd rather she just not help me and just not be stressed out. just to be honest, her level of stress right now is only going to get worse over the weekend. I'd rather she just not be stressed out and take her time. And just let me deal with it. And she knows this. I've already told her this. Let me deal with it. You worry about your homework. I will deal with everything else. Even if I gotta paint the house by myself, gotta rip the floors up, if I gotta do everything by myself, it's fine. It's fine. I will be okay. I'd rather you not be stressed because you being stressed out makes it harder on me, and then it leads to just making this whole weekend more difficult than it needs to be. You know, it's all about stress management, and it's hard. It's hard to stress manage. You know, I struggle with it. Ooh, it's a 1-point game. I'm a big Bucks fan, so. Been there, done that with college. I do college. It can be overwhelming, and she's overwhelmed right now. So, E3 as a whole on the set. When you got drunk in a giveaway, I can't remember which one. Yeah, there's one in particular I was really hammered for. Maybe it was that one. I've only been drunk on set twice in the last year, believe it or not. All the other times I wasn't actually drunk. I was just being silly. I like to be silly. Yeah, the stream was just muted because I was on a phone call, obviously. Are you using the same room for the new studio or a different one entirely? Nope, same room. Technically, I could have expanded it into the other room. We have there's multiple rooms in this basement. But the playroom could have also been part of it, but I decided against that. So the playroom's going to be a man cave, which it's basically just going to be a hangout room. You know, some couches, TV, some sports decorations. There is a bar in there as well, so I can put some booze behind the bar and some shot glasses and cups and stuff. And it's just going to be like a hangout place. Maybe we'll eventually put a pool table or something else in there. I have no idea. Yeah, it'll be in the same room, same 2 rooms, except both rooms will actually be used. Unlike the last year. Bro, you're fire. So Slavic says, bro, you're fire. You bring real news without bullshit. I don't know how Switchforce has 400k subs when you should be having that with your content. You've done a great job every day I watch you. So, couple things. One, Switchforce started out as 2 people, not 1. It used to be Zach and Gabe. 2, Zach actually, his original channel was Ghost Robo, which has over 1 million subscribers. So when you talk about starting a new project and you've already been super successful on YouTube and have over 1 million subscribers as it is, and you decide, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, I'd rather do this Nintendo thing, you have a massive audience to draw on to drive people to your new channel. So that's one thing. Massive kickstart by bringing over some of the audience he already created. Two, I think Zach's a good guy. I think he makes good content. I think he makes genuine content. I think, obviously, you know, I clickbait. We all clickbait. It's just part of YouTube. He does it to a bit more extreme than I do, which one could argue he does it more successfully than I do. Because my mind doesn't work in the way that his does to come up with some of the titles that he does. But I don't have a problem with his content. I watch probably 1 or 2 videos of his a week. I don't got an issue with it. You know, I think he's having a good time. You know, I think he makes good content, personally. Some people think, you know, I appreciate that some people think I should be more successful or more of this. I always say this: you are as successful as you're meant to be. So I would say my channel is semi-successful. My channel's, you know, 77,000 subscribers. Maybe we hit 80,000 this year, 90,000, 100. I have no idea. You know, maybe we topped last year. We had 4.1 million views last year. Maybe we get 4.5 million views this year. I don't know. But what I do know is my channel is exactly where it's meant to be. You can argue, oh, you should have more. Some people would argue I should have less. I go, my channel is as big as it's meant to be. And if it's meant to be bigger this year, it'll get there. If it's not meant to be bigger, it won't. If this is meant to be my last year doing YouTube, it will be. If I'm meant to be doing YouTube full time and this is my future career for the next 10 years, then it will be. This is one of those things where what things are meant to be will be. So yeah, he's got 400,000 subscribers. He's meant to have 400,000. We'll see what happens, right? I have no idea where this channel is going. We're just here to have fun and make the content I want to make and go from there. You've given up on getting homework done, or even anything for that matter. Nothing seems to bring me joy anymore. Well, homework usually is not a joy bringer for anybody. Let's see here. Hey, I support both Zachs. Cool. Yeah, I got nothing. I got nothing against the Schwartz. I think he's cool. I've never talked to the guy, so I don't know him personally at all. But so I'm getting kind of caught up in this really tight Milwaukee Bucks game that I cannot turn the volume on for, because if I do, I'll get copyright claimed. And potentially a strike, actually, because it's weird though, because there's a lot of NBA channels that, well, they use grainy, they grainify the clips. So I don't, anyways. Yeah, Good Morning Mario, or was it Good Evening Bowser, when it ends up being a late night video. Yeah, I watched Switch Force. Like, I know he has a new set. He doesn't use the green screen anymore. He moved into a new house, I think, and then he built in his office he did a background, like it's black, and he's got like the Switch Force neon sign, and then he's got like a shelf and a couple gaming posters and stuff. Like, it's clean. It works. It's a simple setup. That's what I'm saying. Like, my setup is crazier than what Switch Force does. And that's, for a lot of people, it's too much. What I'm doing is too much. It's insane. I'm insane. But it's what I want to do. I have a setup like I have multiple employees, and I don't. My setup is perfect if I have like 2-3 employees. I don't. It's all me. So, anyways, I'm just an insane kind of guy. Man, Stream Elements is still telling people to buy Pokemon Legends Arceus. I should probably go shut that off. Stream Elements, you're awesome. But stop telling people to go pre-order Pokemon Legends or buy Pokemon Legends Arceus. Pat, let's put a different link in there. You could tell people to go pre-order something, but how about not that? Let's go, I'm trying to think. Did Giannis just hit a 3-pointer? Hell yeah! Giannis Antetokounmpo with a late game 3-pointer. Like, hot damn. Ugh. All right. Gotta log into. Well, that's not the place. Trying to grab my affiliate link. I'm gonna put Kirby in that automated stream elements thing. Should have did this a while ago. I don't know why I didn't update it, because obviously Pokemon Legends Arceus has been out for a while. Haven't been live streaming much, so that probably has a lot to do with it. So let me go grab a Kirby in the Forgotten Land link here. By the way, if you do pre-order the game through the links that Stream Elements throws out, it does help the channel. I get like 14% if you decide to use our link, which is a lot actually. So I'm gonna let the stream. Paul Gale Network says, "Fun towards your own neon sign to your new set." So Paul Gale, thank you so much. There actually is a neon sign. It's funny because when we ordered it, I didn't know Switch Force was doing it. We ordered one, and then all of a sudden Switch Force reveals his set, and we're like, oh. Welp, we're both going to have neon signs, and now everyone's going to think I copied Switch Force. And I swear, okay, this bothers me the most. I want to tell you what bothers me the most when people watch my videos. I've heard this so many times. Dude, stop copying Spawn Wave. Look at your set. Look, you got the pattern, blue, black in the background. Stop copying. I was using it first. You see this? I was using it first. I did it before Spawn Wave. Yet everybody says I copied Spawn Wave. I'm like, what are you talking about? Number one, this is extremely common. A lot of YouTubers do it. Two, I didn't copy shit. Heck, I used to stand in front of a gaming collection. Nate, stop copying RGT and beat 'em ups. What the fuck? Use a green screen. Stop copying Switch Force. Throw an image up here about news. No, you're copying. You're copying. You're copying. What the? Now I'm going to have a neon sign. Switch Force did it first. Hey, you copied Switch Force. Shut the fuck up. Copied Switch Force. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? I'm literally about to have a giant screen as like a video wall on one of my sets. And I'm going to have two sets. One over here with a giant table with an overhead camera. Yeah, there's a neon sign in the background. Okay. A pull-down green screen. Also, I'm going to have like 5 different sets. Like, what the? Switch Force has 2. He's got a green screen, and then he's got, like, when the green screen's not being used. Like, what the fuck? So stupid. Like, people will say, you're copying. Like, I'm probably, and I don't mean to toot my own horn, but in the space that I'm in, from RGTs and Dreamcast guys and beat 'em ups, not to take anything away from beat 'em ups, his videos are super unique, but just like his general background setup, but like his videos are super unique, so credit to him. But Spawn Wave and everyone else, I probably have the most unique YouTube setup there is. Heck, Spawn Wave has his own studio, like an actual building. I'm still in my house. And when I'm done with this set, done with the studio, like, there's probably not a single YouTuber on the planet that has the setup I do. So, like, I mean, like, stop. I'm so tired of this copying other people bullshit. Surprise, like, oh guys, I have a microphone arm with a mic. I'm copying every YouTuber on the planet. Every YouTuber on the planet I'm copying. Like, just shut the fuck up. You want to say I copy anybody, say I copy like Linus Tech Tips or something, man. Give me some credit. Those are the sets I draw inspiration from. Things like what Linus Tech Tip does. No, I don't draw inspiration from other like gaming YouTubers because I don't want to do what they're doing. I know we got like a super chat coming, or maybe is that Streamlabs updating? Is Streamlabs finally working? I think Streamlabs is just finally updating. Yeah. Yeah, I think these are all of the super chats today. Oh wait, yep, these are all the today's. So Streamlabs, you're finally working. Thank you. Only took you long enough. I gotta edit this. I want this to be Pokemon Legends Arceus anymore. No! Stream Elements. Where is not this? Not custom commands. Timers. That's what's under. It's under timers. Here we go. Pre-order Pokemon. Wait, not Pokemon. Pre-order Kirby and the Forgotten Land. This link and support the channel. Link. Save. Oh, I'm glad that the notifications are finally working, even though it just took a while. It's updating all the notifications from the whole stream. There's one more Paul Gale next. Oh, Robert. It's updating. All right, cool. So now, next time it does it, it should say, hey, go pre-order Kirby. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, everybody. Oh, this is such a tight game. This is such a tight game. Sorry, I'm watching the end of the game here. There's a minute 26 left. Minute 26 left. The funny thing is, it's updating faster on ESPN than it is on my TV right now. My TV's a little behind. I'm sitting there. Like, I already know they don't score here. And I think the Bucks get... Yeah. Is there a timeout or a foul? Oh, turnover. Yikes. Yikes. Did the Bucks tie it up? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's that spam in the chat? Oh, is that Stream Elements? Wait. Super Well Games. What the fuck are you doing? Super Weird Games. Stop it. Putting you on timeout. I don't know what the hell you're doing. But I put him on timeout. I put him on timeout. If he comes back and does it again, then he'll get banned. That was dumb. Would you be able to bring Mr. Pumpkin more into view of the camera, please? Oh, do you miss Mr. Pumpkin? Do you miss Mr. Pumpkin? There, you happy? I gotta hold him up. There you go, Mr. Pumpkin. There you go, Mr. Pumpkin. Are you gonna hold? Come on, you're crotch riding the other chair, man. There you go. At least it's kind of in view. Sort of got like a half smile going at you. Nah, Bucks are probably gonna lose. They're down 4 with 40 seconds. I mean, it's possible. If they come down and hit a 3, they're still in the game, but I doubt it. They probably lost. Mr. Pumpkin. Yeah, dude, Edward, I know. We got it at like the same time. It's like, what the fuck? We get spammers now and then. It happens. Yeah, I already know he makes that. Bucks blew it. They were up 4 and now they're down 4. They blew it. Happens. The return of the Q. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, what's your take? 2 is better. 1 sold more. There you go. That's my take. Do you think we'll be seeing the next Pokemon title using AMD's technology FSR on Switch in the future? I have no idea. Will the Pokemon Company use AMD FX Super Resolution? Maybe. I don't know. 2 all day. What? Oh, yeah. People talking about 1 versus 2. Yeah. Mario Galaxy 2. Ooh. What new Mario sport would I like to see? Cricket. Yeah, I went there. Give me some cricket, baby. Give me some cricket. Cricket, baby, this evening. Cricket, baby, tonight. Yeah, that's right, baby. Give me some cricket. Why not? All right, the Bucks totally blow this, don't they? Um, who's gonna play the Nintendo Switch Sports Test? I'm sure a lot of people will. Mario Hockey. What hardcore franchise should come to Switch? What's a hardcore franchise doing it? What do you consider hardcore? I find that term very interesting. What's considered a hardcore franchise? Paul Gale says, did you get a sense of power and scope from that Metroid Prime 4 backdrop on Retro Studios Twitter page? I think that leans well into a Metroid Prime announcement of some sort. No. I already talked about it earlier. I don't think the art tells us anything. It's extremely vague. It gives you no information. They're just updating their Twitter profile. They're still hiring people for the game. So I don't think an announcement's anytime soon. And if it is, it would be at E3, if anything. It's just, I don't see this game even being talked about at all this year. The Mario Pro Wrestling game at one point could have been cool. MMA. They effed with the Mii's so bad. Why? Because they gave them bodies? I mean, that's all they really did. They just gave them bodies. Any guesses on the Capcom countdown? Street Fighter. That seems to be the common consensus, by the way, is that it's Street Fighter. But we'll see. I mean, it could be anything. It could be Mega Man. I have no idea. Capcom's got a lot of IPs, so like, it just feels like it's been a while since we've had like a brand new Street Fighter game. So announcing a new Street Fighter game to me at least makes some sort of sense. But what do I know? The banner is a way of Retro Studios saying, "Hey, we're working on this." Yeah, basically. I don't think the banner it means anything. By the way, I'll be happy to be wrong. I'll be happy to be wrong. Totally happy to be wrong. Bucks got to win this jump ball, right? Captain Commando! Captain Commando! I command you with the power of 1,000 spirits. How much time is it? Bucks are playing straight defense, huh? Trap, trap, trap. Trap. Come on, Bucks. Oh, they called a foul. So dumb. Sorry, I'm a big basketball fan, so I know the Bucks are gonna lose, but it's still fun to dream. Maybe the guy misses a free throw, but I doubt he misses the free throw. He did. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm such a big NBA fan for the Bucks, baby. Dude, when they won the title, first time in my life, man, it was awesome. I was really busy at the time too. Bucks get a shot. Bucks get a shot. Down 3 with the ball. Can they push it to overtime? Down 3 with the ball. Can they push it to OT? They better announce DMC5 for Switch. Still a little pissed that my boy Dante got turned into a me outfit, but it is what it is. Happens. Bionic Commando. Advance Wars. Dude, Advance Wars 1+2. Dude, Kirby's going to be so great, guys. Mouthful mode, baby. Come on, Curbs. Come on, Curbs. Gotta love Kirby. Gotta love Kirby. Strider, a sequel or remake. Maybe. Can I offer a giveaway on your first new stream? What are you trying to offer, Rick? What are you offering, Rick? Maybe. I'm not going to say no. What are you offering? Because the new stream should be at some point next week. I'm not sure what day yet. You know, because I don't know how long it's going to take me to build everything out. But what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Rick? I don't even know what I'm thinking. A gift card. Just hit me up in my Twitter DMs and we can maybe sort something out if you want to sponsor a giveaway for next week. Like, I'm not gonna say no. People want to win stuff. I'm obviously not gonna be doing anything because we blew quite a lot of money on the studio as it is. Oh, yeah, that's game. Box lost. That's alright. That's alright. It happens. Any ideas? Let me know. Just to start. Did I talk about Metroid yet? There's nothing to talk about. Like, I get it. Retro Studios added the most vague of fan art possible. Well, it's not fan art because they're the company making it, but the most vague official art possible as an update to the profile page. Anything you want to read into it is pure speculation. There's no actual news. The art doesn't tell us anything. Guess what? Samus sits in a corridor. She still puts her hand on her hip. Hey, do you play Roblox? Hey, as long as he behaves. No, I do not play Roblox. As long as Super Weird Games behaves, he's fine. That's why I timed him out. If he spams again, then he'll get banned. But no, I do not play Roblox. Yeah, Peacemaker finale. Yep. Haven't seen it yet. I'll probably watch it before I go to bed. I've seen all the episodes except for obviously the finale, which is today. What just happened in this game? Why did Giannis think he got 2 buckets in a row? Did he really steal the inbounds, or did he just take it out of Joel Embiid's hands, which you can't do? No, they called the foul. Funny. Oh, no, they didn't call a foul. The inbounds pass? Well, maybe it was a timeout called. Must have been a timeout. So the Bucks are hoping for a steal and a 3. No way, they're not going to get a steal. Oh, they got the ball! Wait a second. How much time? 2.3. Turnover! Turnover! Bucks get a chance to tie it. No way. How, though? It's 2.3 seconds. How? How are they going to do this? They have no timeouts. 2.3 seconds. No way. Oh! I don't know. I don't know about that. Joel Embiid fouled Giannis. Giannis was trying to shoot a 3, but they're going to call it a... Okay. They called it an on-floor foul. Wow. 1 second left. Nah, and Chris Middleton missed it. That's all right. That's all right. Give him the play-by-play. Play-by-play. Inbounds pass. Chris Middleton, top of the key. Missed it. All right. You should stream the game you are watching. No. YouTube, no. No. I'm not getting a copyright strike over an NBA game. It's not happening. What do you like the idea of Sega doing a complete remake of Sonic 06? They're not going to do it, so it doesn't really matter. Have I tried Dying Light on Switch? No, I have not. Much love, Prime fam. I have an early morning later, man. Thanks for the super chat earlier, dude. I appreciate it. You're awesome. We need Metroid Prime Trilogy on Switch. I don't want to pay $200 for a physical copy on Wii. Yeah. Well, it was a desperation shot, obviously. You were joking. I hope so, Sonic. Trying to get my channel taken out, you bastard. You would, Sonic. You would. Isn't it bad enough that you're a bigger Sonic fan than Mario? You already gotta rub that in my face. Who cares? Mario Odyssey 2, please. Why are we talking about Mario Odyssey 2? Is Super Weird Games just trying to catch up after getting timed out? Maybe you just wanted to see if we actually time out people. Nate, will you be able to get Zach on your podcast sometime? Which Zach? You gotta be more specific. There's just saying someone's first name doesn't mean anything to me. Be specific, Ellis. The answer probably doesn't change no matter who it is. It's not up to me. It's up to them. Will they ever respond and say yes? I don't know, so I can't tell you. You meant Switch Force? Yeah, I have no idea. I've tried reaching out to Zach a couple of times, and I've never heard back. So all I can tell you is, it ain't up to me. It's up to him. I reach out. I don't hear back. Nothing I can do about it. So I would love to have Switch Force. Zach from Switch Force on my podcast. He's got to give me the time of day first, you know? Zach from Zach and Cody. There we go. Do we have any other questions? Just, you don't have to all caps, man. You're good, dude. If you weren't good, you would have been banned. Let's, got any questions? Ping me in the chat. We'll go for like another 10 minutes or so, and if we don't get any, more questions, maybe we'll call that a stream as we bid adieu. As we bid farewell. It's actually coming to an end. Yep, Mr. Pumpkin. SpongeBob back here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Get you up here. Don't think you can't be part of the final stream. Buddy? Huh? You and your Krabby Patties. Mr. Pumpkin's real name is Mr. Pumpkin. The amiibo and the platform logos too. I could bring the platform logos forward. Sure, why not? PlayStation, Xbox. The end of an era, guys. Looks a little weird because I'm wearing a white sweatshirt. Nah, it only works this way. The end of an era. I don't know. I don't really have amiibo back there right now. The end of an era, man. You know, when I built this set before E3, I never really knew how long it would last. You know? I didn't really have a plan. Everything at the time was built around, let's build this set for this vision for E3. We'll just figure everything out from there. We've basically been flying by the seat of our pants ever since. I mean, it hasn't even been a year. So I know it sounds weird to be a little sentimental about it all, but last year was, from May forward, the most successful my channel's ever been. From a viewership perspective, monetary perspective, from a direction perspective, from a consistency perspective. I was extremely consistent, besides when I went on vacation. And it's gotten to this point, you know, we're sitting here in the middle of February of 2022, about to tear it all down. And it's just, hope I never forget this one. This is the first real set I've ever really built. I hope I don't forget it. I really hope I don't forget this one. The set meant a lot. It meant a commitment to a direction that is now being perfected, personified, and moving forward. Like it represents my commitment to what I'm doing here on YouTube. And now I'm just pushing my cards to the table and basically going all in and doing it the way that I want to do it. No longer, you know, hodgepodging and scraping together and mismatched equipment and all this stuff because, hey, you know, I'm just a solo YouTuber, don't have that much money, just trying to scrape by and do what I can. The end of an era, man. Beginning of a wonderful, hopefully, like, amazing future. And the new sets won't need to be torn down as one set in particular won't have to be torn down much at all. Like I think the new sets going up will be infinitely reusable for a year or two, maybe even longer. I don't really foresee a reason besides upgrading equipment, getting some extra cameras and stuff like that, that there's really going to be any significant changes. Like what we're doing with this remodel of the studio should be close to permanent. The one thing that might change is these two desks here we're still going to use on one of the sets, and these might get swapped out someday. So there is a chance down the line we might not use these two desks anymore, but since we have them, we're still going to use them. So these are like the one thing they might get swapped out someday, but everything else, I mean, special, man. Um, just set you down for a second, SpongeBob, because you're kind of blocking my ability to use my mouse here. I just ordered a Wii U to play Twilight Princess Wind Waker HD. Nice. Who's your favorite assassin? Don't have one. What would you recommend to start a gaming channel? What do you mean? What would I recommend? Depends on what you want to do. Did you know that starfish eat by shooting their stomachs from their bodies and inject their prey with enzymes to digest them externally, and their main prey is a sea sponge? Cool. I feel you, Nate. Wish you the best of luck. Sea sponge. Why do we? It's because of SpongeBob was every time like I mention SpongeBob, someone's got to bring up the real way it works and how SpongeBob isn't realistic. Like, of course it's not. I know that's not what you're saying, but you're just like, hey, by the way, I was reminded about this interesting fact. Not really gaming related, but what's the point of the cutting button on YouTube now? It shows scissors. People can make clips. It's just a clip button. People can clip things out and like respond to it and etc. It's just a way to make quick, easy clips. It's more usable for like the YouTube Shorts stuff. Long live Prime. Oh my god, you can't spell assassin without acid. Without going twice in the acid. Oh my god. Yeah, so it's like clipping on Twitch. Yeah, I don't use it myself, but that's because if I want to clip from a video, I'll just download the whole damn video and just clip it in my video editor. But I'm not doing videos on my phone like YouTube Shorts and stuff. So I'm sure it's useful. I just don't need it. Not a tool I need personally. SpongeBob would eat. I mean, let's just be clear. Patrick pretty much eats everything in the show anyway, so the fact that he would eat SpongeBob in real life is like, it's not even surprising at this point. Patrick Star eats SpongeBob. Yeah, he always eats. He eats everything. He's just a beast. We're getting into interesting, fun ocean facts. Jellyfish don't have brains either. So this is what we've devolved into. Nobody has questions, so we're just coming up with interesting ocean facts. Yes, Eric. I've got homework to do tomorrow. I'm gonna be tired, but it's gotta get done. Does it still work? I don't think there's any batteries in them. These run on batteries. Well, this one can be plugged in technically, but also can run on batteries. If there is batteries in it, it's definitely dead. I don't know if there's batteries in this. Do I think Xenoblade is Nintendo's new Zelda? No. Why would you say that? What I mean is that Zelda always was a modest seller, but kept getting entries because it boosted Nintendo's pedigree, letting them flex their creative muscles. No, I wouldn't call Zelda a modest seller. When you consistently sell anywhere from 4 to 7 million, that's not modest. Modest is Kirby. 2 million, 1.5, 1 to 2 million every time. That's modest. And that's what Xenoblade does. Xenoblade's not even at the level of, Link's Awakening. Not at the level of, Phantom Hourglass or something. Like, it's... Xenoblade still has a ways to go to be at Zelda's level. And Zelda, by the way, was instantly at 7 million or 6 million or something like that. So, like, right away from day one. Remember Remember that famous scene in SpongeBob where SpongeBob and Patrick tried to sell chocolate to that fish? That fish got mad at them and ended up chasing them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why we why are we talking about SpongeBob episodes? Um, we should talk about the alien house school. It's school. That's all I can say. I'm gonna watch the Batman next month if I get time. I hope so. I do want to see the Batman, so I hope so. I haven't gotten to go to every movie I wanted to go to, so it's all about time. It's not the money. It's time. Do I have time? So busy. Like even now, you'd be like, "Well, why don't you go now instead of live streaming?" Like, my kids aren't home. I can't. I can't just leave and go to a movie. All right. Well, chat's pretty died down. Going really slow. I'm literally when I'm staring at it for like 15 seconds and nothing's happened. That tells me chat's pretty low. It also tells me I'm not being very entertaining right now, which happens. I have a lot on my mind that's happening over the next handful of days. So, sorry if I'm not as entertaining as usual. One thing I do plan to do in future streams, like when they start to get a little like this, is I will have some pre-done stuff that I want to, like I said, react to. Like, hey, let's react to this, let's react to that, and this will be like stuff I save for these dry periods that happen. And then we'd be like, hey, let's react, let's have some fun, let's do this, let's do that. But right now, I don't have any of that set up. That'll be easier to set up in the future because the new way things are set up will be much easier for me to manage. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by for our final stream on this set. I know I'm having a hard time hitting end stream right now. I can tell you right now, I'm having a hard time hitting end stream. Like I'm staring at the button. I'm staring at the button, and I'm having a hard time like clicking it because when I do it really feels like that's the end. Really feels like when I click it, that's it. That's it. It's done. It's over. It's really over. This set's really done. The studio is really as presently constructed, done. Like it's such a semi-emotional thing. Not the most emotional thing, but like clicking that button. That's it. Just staring at this damn thing. I mean, I think it's only fair. Should we zoom out? Should we zoom out and take a look at the whole set before we go? I think we should. I think it's only fair that you guys get the full set. Let me sit Mr. Pumpkin in Eric's chair here. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out one more time. You guys gotta see the whole set. Gotta see the whole thing. Let me go take care of that quick. Something like that. Something like that. That is no beautiful Breath of the Wild art popping up on the screen. Yeah, man, this is the full set. This is what Eric and I sat down for E3. Granted, we had a different background, of course. But yeah, this is it. This is what we built. 9 months using this set. You can see like that how that shelf is installed improperly and leaning down. How many people notice that shelf and the middle shelf are leaning? How many people before I took these off noticed those shelves were leaning? Has anyone noticed? They've been leaning, by the way, since day one. Since day one, they've been leaning. Has anyone noticed? I had to put new rubber feet on one of these things so it wouldn't slide off. Oh yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. I had a way to fix it, but I just never bothered. But those won't be there anymore, so it won't matter. They'll be gone. Whether or not these are gone, I don't know. Whether or not these appear on camera, I don't know. I don't know about the blue. Like, these won't be on the set. This wall is not part of the set anymore. Like, this entire wall back here is not part of any set. So yeah, it's leaning bad. Just like technically the camera's slightly off kilter right now. It's leaning like this way. The whole camera's leaning just slightly. So like it so the wall, like this wall line back there is perfectly straight, but like it's not straight on camera because the camera's leaned slightly. Funny. There's a shelf in your restroom at your parents' house that we installed like 10 years ago with glue. Yeah. I mean, but this is it, man. This I mean, we didn't have at the time we didn't have these mats. So these desk mats, we just had the plain old wood, which looks fine. Again, I don't know if we'll be using these desk mats on the new set or not. That much isn't decided. We might get some Nintendo Prime ones eventually. I don't know. We might not use them at all because it does look good. The wood grain looks good. Originally, we put this down to cut down on glare, but I think the way the new set's going to be set up, we're not going to need these mats to cut down on light glare. So, man, it's just the new sets will not have a hot tub. My hope is bare minimum by end of day Thursday next week. So a week from today, that the new set will be ready. I hope it's ready by Wednesday. I don't know. I can't make those kind of promises. The goal is Thursday, if not Friday. We'll still be making videos the whole time, voiceover gameplay, voiceover trailers, voiceover whatever. Don't think I'll be on camera, but one more video for sure in the studio because it's already been recorded and uploaded. It's the final studio tour. You get to see behind the scenes. Mostly everything behind the scenes. Not quite everything, but do some ASMR. Yeah, man, this is intense. I mean, does this button work? That button does not work correctly. That is not what I intended. I mean, God, just go to the podcast view. I mean, you're never going to see this again. This right here, you'll never see again. By the way, I'm not replacing the podcast graphic. So the graphic that's down here and goes around the edge, that's not getting replaced. We recently got those graphics. I recently paid for those graphics like last month. We just got them. So we're not replacing the podcast graphics. Sorry. People were hoping that like, oh, you're going to debut a new look in here, but like then down here's, yes, because I just bought that. Like I literally just bought that stuff. We're not, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to use that for a while. We're going to probably use it the rest of 2022. The podcast graphics. So those won't change. Mr. Pumpkin right where he should be. You notice there's no mic arm over there. Eric broke it. Eric broke my boom arms, man. He broke two of them right after last. It's funny. Right after the last episode of the podcast ends, Eric breaks. Last week, he broke both boom arms like a boss. So for tearing down, so right now the plan is to have a 3-video series. Video 1 is the video already ready to go. It just shows me walking through the studio. My children are in it. My boys are anyways. My daughter's the one holding the camera. Just walking through the studio, showing things, explaining things I don't like, things that need to get better, etc. And then video 2 will show some teardown. I'm not sure how much of it, if I can show everything. We'll see, because I don't know. It's going to be hard. I could probably make it happen, though. I think I can record it directly to my laptop with a cam link. So I probably can make it work. Anyways, it'll show tearing it down, ripping out carpets. And then I think once it's done being torn down and it gets to the point the new floor is getting put in, then it'll just jump cut to the new floor being done. And then there'll be me popping on camera saying, welcome. Now let's talk about the vision before I do it. Or maybe it'll just tease what's next. I have no idea. Because I was planning to make a 3-part video series. It almost makes more sense as a 2-part series, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of indecision on whether I'm going to make it a 2-part or a 3-part. I could do some shorts. I'll probably do updates on Twitter. For sure. I'll probably do updates on Twitter definitely about the studio. We'll see if I do any YouTube shorts or if I don't do any shorts, I'll probably at least do what are they called? They're not shorts. They're I don't know where is it. I could do like if I go here. Not a short. A story. I'll definitely do stories. Because stories don't like affect notifications. So I definitely might do some stories on stuff. Eric the Mic Slayer. The mic still works, thankfully. Less is more. Too much clutter. You're going to like the new settings. There's multiple sets. You're going to like all of them. Like right now, this is a lot of clutter, by the way. Most like when we do a podcast, all this crap's not up here. I mean, we do that stuff back here, but yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Take a shot for a proper set send off. Take a shot for a proper set send off. Hold on for a second. A proper set send off. Funny thing is, I don't even care if I spill anything on the floor right now because it's getting replaced and cement underneath. So. I'm just looking at the charges. So many charges for this damn place. Okay. What you even have now is less than a lot of channels, which is good. Not that you shouldn't show off cool things, but it's easier on the eyes to have a more minimal set. It's all. There's no right or wrong way to do sets. But my sets are going to be more minimalistic, but they're going to be cool. It's hard to explain till you see it, right? But I'm really excited for it. Like really excited for it. So I can't wait to show you guys. I really don't want to hit that end stream button. It's so hard to end an era. But so fun to begin a new one. But still, always hard to end an era. And like there's like a tinge in the back of my mind. Like I'm almost saying goodbye to Nintendo Prime, but I'm not. Like I'm making things better. Like I should be excited. What's up, Super Idol? Take a shot for a send off. You guys are nuts. Do I dare? Do I dare? No. I'm sticking to my guns with the shots. The shots are just super chats and all that crap. You serve me well, mini fridge. You will be gone tomorrow. Tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. It's only a day away. Where was the set gonna be? I mean, where is the set gonna be? Well, there's 2 sets being technically 3 sets being I don't really count the third as a set. I guess it is. It's a streaming setup, so I guess it's a set. Um, so this wall here, ugh, this wall here, that wall is going to be part of the new set. But that won't be there. The Deku tree, all that's not going to be there anymore. That's gone. It's going to be some sort of grayish color on the wall, and then yeah, just some sort of grayish color, and then there'll be a neon sign that says Nintendo Prime on that wall. That's basically it. Not really gonna be much else on there. I mean, I might eventually hang a YouTube plaque if I ever get one on it or something, but very minimalistic, very minimal, intentionally so. Um, Super simple. Not trying to overcomplicate it, not trying to throw up shelves and a bunch of gaming collection. I did think at one point about putting up one of those boards to hang like tools off of, and then hanging tools back there that I use, but that's all right. Super simple. The other set. The other set is going to be on the opposite wall, which is way over there that you guys have basically never seen. It used to be my sports corner. And that wall is the idea of that set, anyways. Is basically these tables are going to go over there. That's going to be the main set. And because over here, there's going to be a sit-to-stand desk that's mostly in stand mode. And it's a massive desk. It's like 7 feet by 3 feet. It's huge. That's going to be sitting over here. And there'll be a top-down camera that can shoot. I don't have the camera yet. That's the one thing. Still waiting to figure out what we're going to do for the camera perfectly. But we have the mount for it that we're going to use. That's going to be mounted on the desk. Anyways, so that's going to be like a presentation table, a B-roll table. I might leave these squares up here for the purpose of B-roll, because as I roll the camera, it might catch this wall for a moment, and if it catches this wall, I think leaving the squares up there might look nice for the B-roll. Otherwise, that wall won't appear at all. The other wall, the other set, basically think of it like behind me and Eric, back here. Like right now we have 2 walls meeting. It'll just be a flat wall behind me and Eric. But just imagine that the entire wall is just a giant screen. And on that screen, during say the podcast, there'll be like a looping video like playing on that screen that'll have like icons floating across it, and gamerish stuff kind of floating across it. And then imagine that, let's say we're talking about something like a game. Let's say new trailer for Breath of the Wild 2. Well, the focus is still going to be on the conversation. But then when we pop that trailer back there, and then that trailer's playing in the background behind me and Eric. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Now, there might be some stuff we put on the desk. I have a new thing from First Four Figures coming whenever it comes. Paul Gale knows what it is. That might end up sitting on this desk, or it might end up sitting on the other one with the other set. I'm not sure. It's gonna be on one of the desks. So you'll see that in the shot. Skirbo here, Skirbo, Link back here, and my Skyward Sword Link that I'm fixing. I'm not so sure that they're gonna be on any particular set right now. Maybe you'll see them during live streams. Maybe I'll put them on the shelf over here, but I don't think they'll be on any particular set. Then I'll have a completely separate live stream setup that's going to be against this wall, where my current computer is, except the computer desk is going to be moved over like 8 feet this way, still against the wall. Everything's going to run out from there with proper, like I got channels and stuff to put on the floor. It's going to run to, so the camera is going to be sitting, the main camera, this camera right here is going to be sitting between these 2 sets. So I could just spin the camera this way and then spin it the other way, and I never have to move it. The camera just stays there. And I can even spin it to point this way if I want to stand up in front of the green screen. And then I'll have a completely different camera running on the computer so I can pull the green screen down behind me, game right there, and you guys can see everything and it'll be all great. The one thing I haven't figured out yet is what I'm going to game on. Now my 49-inch ultra wide monitor, I can split it and use half of it to play my game on. Or I might set up an optional secondary monitor that I can pull out. Lots of options there. So we'll kind of play that by ear and see how I do that. That's the one part I haven't figured out yet. I have the TV's monitors. I got all that. It's just figuring out what exactly I want to do for that part. The thing is, I don't know. There's a lot for me to think about. Rick Rubicam, take a final send-off shot. You bastard. You weren't going to let me walk away without one more, were you? All right, we'll save the shot right at the end. We'll save this for right at the end. Hey, Xbox. I don't know about these Xbox and PlayStation signs. I don't know what I'm doing with them. They were part of the old set. Thanks for the $10, though. I appreciate it, Rick. Let's see here. You get eye fatigue. I'm not. You know what's funny about the giant screen behind us? I'm not looking at it. Or you mean the 49-inch monitor? You really don't. I don't get eye fatigue from it. Sometimes I get fatigue looking at you guys because the studio light's right behind it. But the beauty is we have a second studio light coming in. So now, instead of the studio light basically being right behind the camera, it's going to be off to the sides. So like, imagine this mic's the camera, and the camera's pointed at you guys, and I need the light to shine. The lights will be like over here. So now when I'm looking at the camera, I'm not looking at the stupid light, which hurts my eyes. It'll be off to the sides, and it'll be shining in like this, which should reduce glare, also improve the lighting, make it even, so I don't get the shadow from a hat or anything else, and it'll just look really nice. It's just going to look really, really nice to have that second light. And because the angle it's at, we shouldn't have too much glare issues or any other issues we've had. We'll see. That's the plan. We'll see how it actually goes in reality. There's a chance the light that sits on this side, because the wall is like right here, that I might turn the light and bounce it off the wall. That's another option as well. Use the wall as a diffuser, basically, and put it on its brightest setting and just bounce off the wall and then bounce it back at the set. Just because that light doesn't have as much room to move over to the right. But we'll see. We'll see once it's fully set up how we decide to do it. But there's going to be a lot more space in here. A lot more freedom. Won't be tripping over cords all the damn time. Things won't get disconnected all the time. Everything's going to be properly cable managed and zip tied and mostly hidden. I mean, I'll know where things are because I need to know. In fact, I think I'm going to label every cord plugged into the computer so I know what it is. Like, oh, this is the webcam. Oh, this is the main camera. Oh, this is camera 2. Oh, this is the keyboard. Oh, this is this. This is this HDMI cable. This is this one. And I probably will start to include labels all along the run. So if I ever have to go into the channel runs to fix something, I'll know what cable's what. So that's something I don't have labeled right now at all. Right now it's a total guessing game. I don't know what cord goes to what. Hope you make room for all the stuff in your table and behind, though, or some new stuff as it comes. Makes the channel feel big. Still loving that you left the... Yeah, no, the kind of stuff you've seen in the background won't be... So, like, Mr. Pumpkin, this table back here with stuff on it, it's not going to... That kind of stuff won't be happening anymore. It's for a more simplistic, more professional, in my opinion, look. And then... there'll just be stuff I swap in on the desk or the table. Like, I've had Skirbo on here for a while, so maybe instead of Skirbo, I pop a Link on. Maybe instead of Link, I throw a Switch OLED box. Maybe instead of that, I put batteries in these things, turn these bad boys on, and I leave these lights, light these bad boys up and put these on the desk. Maybe Toad will be there. It'll be things that I can intermittently swap in that maybe make sense with what the topic is, or just changes up the aesthetic look. The background is mostly going to be managed like on that thing by the screen. The screen's going to be the thing that manages a lot of the background. Any looping footage I put, looping backgrounds I put. If I decide, hey, you know what looks really cool, maybe I can now make the entire, like, oh, if I'm talking about a game, I can make the background, and like instead of fading in and bringing the trailer in, maybe it looks so good on camera that I could just have the trailer play on that screen while I talk about the news. Lots of decisions for me to make, but that's the beauty, is I'll have the options. But yeah, it's very different. These sets are going to be completely different than what you're used to on my channel. More minimalistic, but I like it. I guess that's really what matters, is that I like it. I am very curious on your guys' feedback, of course. So the first video I do on each set, I'm going to be very like, hey, what do you guys think? Do you like it? Is it bad? And if it's bad, be honest. Did I do a good job? Is this what you were hoping for? Are you disappointed? It's too minimalistic for you. Were you hoping for more? You know, there's a lot of unknowns, right? A lot of unknowns. By the way, it's possible this desk is still back there. You just won't see it. By the way, just so you're aware, like this little TV tray still might be back there because if I'm gonna run, like let's say I want to use the screen and play Xbox on it or something, like I'm gonna need to like have something to set the systems on and run the cables and everything. So this thing still might be back there anyways. And maybe I stack something on it once in a while, but I wouldn't plan on it to be all the time. But not to 712. Hits us with a 10, so I guess I got 2 shots I gotta do. 2 shots to send off the set. Well, let me get the first one out of the way. Oh, baby. Well, I look at it like this, Turtle. You like the set I built now. Who's to say you won't like the new set, or that the new set won't grow on you and you might prefer it? That's kind of the way I go. Like, you might actually prefer it. What message did you want with it, Vedantis? I'll read it off. You type out your message, I'll read it off. I know sometimes YouTube can be wonky. But yeah, like, this is the thing. It could grow on you. You could end up liking it. I can tell you my game streams will look a lot nicer. That's for sure. YouTube is being disagreeable. Dude, I feel you on that. The set that's being built for this wall, by the way, is like the one that I'm really excited about because it's completely different than anything I've ever envisioned. But I think it's going to be awesome. Yeah, I guess I'm torn over this one with the fond memory of the Verizon 5G. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. There's a memory thing. Like, we had good memories. And the thing is, these new sets are launching without a major event, right? Like, I don't have a major event built around the launch of the set like I did before. So there's no signifying moment for it, if that makes sense. It's just kind of, no, this is a big deal to me. It might not be a big deal to anybody else. And we'll go from there. Like, I don't think most, of the people that watch my channel, the 200,000 plus people that watch my channel or whatever every month, I don't think most of them give 2 shits, to be honest. They just care about the news. They definitely just care about the news. I can tell you that. Like, discussion videos do not do well on my channel unless the discussion video sounds like a news video. Like, just looking at my content this month, it's funny. So like today's video was kind of a whoopsie. The news is actually a year old, but whatever. Mistakes happen. But like, okay, Nintendo makes a massive change. Okay, that got 4,000 views. Oh, discussion video. Is it right for Nintendo to take? Okay, is it right? You can already tell there's no news. This is just an opinion. Nobody cares. 1,400 views. Okay, that's news. That's news. That's news. Oh, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC has a problem. Technically, just an opinion video. Just an opinion-based video. But the way it's presented makes it sound like it's news. And because of the way the title and thumbnail work, that makes it sound like it's news. The title and thumbnail aren't lying to you, but because it sounds like it's news, 18,000 views. My channel is very much, if I ain't talking news, people ain't watching. Or if I'm not talking about something that sounds like news, people ain't watching. Let's put it that way. So it's very much you better do this a certain way. It simply said, make that shot a double. All right. Well, I got another one. Yeah, man. Lots of fond memories on this set. Lots of going to the bathroom because we don't have a bathroom downstairs on this set. Lots of shots taken on this set. Lots of giveaways done. My lord, the giveaways on this set. Lots of memories. But so we move onwards and forwards. It's gonna be nice. That's why I love the live streams, though. I know you don't give two shits about those aspects of YouTube and these. Oh, I mean, my audience. Like, here's the bottom line: is the reason that my news videos are what get the views is because that's how I built my channel. Every video I've had do well, besides a couple like exclusive gameplay ones. Like, obviously, anytime you have exclusive footage, from like E3, like people view it kind of like it is news, so they tune in and watch it. And the podcasts are very interesting because there's a bit of irony at my channel. So when I do my standalone videos, I get a lot of views on news stuff because that's how I built my channel. So I built an audience for it, so naturally that's what they're here to watch. When I do my live streams, my gaming streams don't perform the greatest, which I don't expect them to. These Q&As, sometimes they perform well if there's news topics being discussed. Then people tune in for that. But it's interesting because the podcast has actually grown quite a bit. It's really obviously after the hacking in October, viewership went down, but the podcast has really bounced back in a big way. Quite interesting. Like, I know the podcast channel, those views are kind of a misnomer, because every giveaway I do, I'm pushing like, hey, if you go check out this channel, hey, if you go watch this episode, I'll give you some extra entries in the giveaway. So like, that podcast channel is being like a little bit unfairly pushed, but it's being pushed in a way where a lot of the comments that I get on those videos, like the most recent episode I put up there, which isn't even the new one, it's last week's episode. It doesn't have any comments, actually. It's weird. That's weird. Okay, so the one before that, that has only 613 views, which is a lot for that channel. The podcast is great quality, informative, entertaining. First episode I've seen, but I feel like we're best friends now. Nice podcast. This is a really cool episode. Like, people are, because they're being forced to go check out the podcast, you end up gaining some new fans that wouldn't have watched the podcast anyways, even if it's because of the giveaways. So the goal is that as that channel grows, is that eventually I don't have to push it with giveaways, and every episode I upload will get 500,000 plus views. And just becomes organic. And that's in addition to the views that we already get on our channel. Like, the podcasts have been doing crazy well on our channel. Like, if I go look at the live streams, right? Like today's live stream, I don't know where the view sits, probably around 1.5, 1,500. But like, I go look at my live streams, like the last podcast episode did 1,552. The podcast before that did nearly 4,000 views. Now, granted, that was a react to the Nintendo Direct the same day as the Nintendo Direct, so there's a bit of a, just like the Nintendo Direct live stream had 9,000 views. Like, there's a bit of a, that's the Nintendo Direct effect. But even going back, like before that, 1,600 views on the podcast. And then my live stream that wasn't that. The Can I Survive, the Death Wheel one that I did. Only 852 views on that live stream. That's barely anything. My Pokemon Legends Arceus launch stream had 2,500. That's not surprising. But then there it is again, 1,695 views on the podcast episode. But you go back further past podcast episodes, just look, because I haven't been doing a lot of live streams the last month. But you go back and look at some where I was just doing basic live streams, Q&As, Q&As. Even this one with a giveaway, 800 views, 1,000 views, 600 views. But then every time a podcast episode pops up, it's 1,300 to 1,500 views every time, which tells me a few things. One, I've created a following for the podcast. I can guarantee, I'm at the point now that I can guarantee every Wednesday we are going to have about 1,500 people see the podcast. Every Wednesday, we'll see it live. It's almost a guarantee. It doesn't matter who the guest is, whether it's Tim Geddes, Jake Randall, Andres Restart, or just me and Eric. Doesn't matter. No matter what, we are going to get at least 1,500 people watching the podcast. That's awesome. We used to struggle to get 200 people to watch it. Every episode live, 1,500. In addition, we get another 500 or so on the actual podcast channel, plus an extra 170, 180, almost 200 per episode for the audio only version. Like, that's incredible growth. That's a big win. I know it doesn't have giveaways attached to it, nothing. Every podcast episode is going to perform consistently. All my other live streams, they're all over the place. Some will be really high. Game Awards. Of course the Game Awards are really high. Of course it's really high. Streaming Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl Day 4. 800. Like, the only ones that are consistent are the podcast. So, cool. It's cool to see that. Coming from where this was last year to today, and where the podcast has been the last 4 years to today. Big improvement. Eric dresses up as Tingle. Yeah, I'll watch all the vids either way. The board of directors salutes you. I was worried about moving the podcast, but your plan seems better than I thought, and the response is deserved. I think the mere branding makes YouTube recommend it after someone watches your main channel. That was 6. Trust me, it's 6. Well, again, I'm pushing it with the views are inflated because I'm pushing it with the giveaway. I can tell you right now, in the first hour after I upload the podcast, it only has like 20 views when it's not being pushed. It probably would only get between 100 to 200 views total without me pushing it with the giveaways right now, but that's okay. The idea is it's a separate channel. So if you never got the notification for the original podcast episode, because you might not have, because we do a lot more content on this channel, you should get the notification on that channel if you set the bell. So you definitely should always get the notification for that one. So it gives me more notifications I can send out. Plus, I haven't done this yet, but I can create podcast clips and put them up on that channel as well to fill out content throughout the week. I, again, haven't had time to do that, but that's kind of a plan at that channel to do a bunch of podcast clips, whether it's entire topics or just like select moments. Like if one of our guests comes on and gives like a really epic speech on something, like let's clip that shit and put it out. So like that's one thing. What's up, Mason Conrad? How's it going, buddy? Speaking of the devil, man. Yeah, dude. This Nintendo Prime podcast layout you're seeing now, dude, he made this. We're not actually doing the podcast right now. I want to switch off it because I know it can be a little, people might come on and be like, oh, are you doing the podcast right now? What's happening? No, this isn't the podcast. There's guest only. And all my stuff is like broken. There's the podcast. That's not going to work. Game stream. All these layouts are just not set up correctly. There's that. So you're just not set up correctly at all. None of these things are set up correctly. Anyways. But yeah, dude, Mason's my art guy. Whenever I need something, I go to Mason. I need thumbnail work, I go to Mason. I need podcasts or like layouts for live streams, I go to Mason. Heck, if I need intros for anything, I go to Mason. Like Mason, I can tell you right now, I might need some looping videos for my new set. We'll have to talk behind the scenes and what you want to charge for it. Because there's some, we're going to have a massive screen on one of my new sets that's going to need like a looping thing, with like video game controllers bouncing around or like rotating around with cool stuff. Very simple what I'm really asking for, to be honest. But I don't, My skills are the vision, not the execution. I have the vision, but not the skills to execute my vision. So let's talk behind the scenes on that front. Yeah, Mason Conrad's awesome. If you guys ever need some YouTube work like that, let him know. He'll even edit videos. Obviously, it's gonna be more expensive to edit videos. But like he edited one of my Switch videos, Switch OLED videos before launch to save me some time. I mean, I paid him, of course, but I'm just saying that. Yeah. Good luck with the reno. Thanks, Joshua. All right. Well, the stream went another extra 45 minutes, which I didn't plan, but I actually didn't know how long the stream was going to go in general. So I guess I really can't be mad. I really can't be mad about it. Well, I still got that shot queued up here. I've been saving it because I know that this shot was intended to be for the final shot on the new set as we send it off, or on the old set. Ah! I'm just so much to do. Time and work are a bitch. Yeah, man. Dude, I love that podcast though, man. It's great. I feel like it's gotten a lot better. Like, yeah, we don't have guests every week, but we do have guests most weeks. And I feel like we've been really, really hitting it off with guests. Like, we've had Jake Randall on 3 times this year, or twice this year. Once last year. He's always a great guest. We had Camelot 331 on. You guys remember that podcast? That was a fun and interesting one. It's one where you find out, he doesn't really game that much anymore. So his interests are elsewhere. So, but he just knows how to talk and talk and talk. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, Andres Restart coming on. He's always a great guest. Trying to get some more variety in here. Obviously, it was really cool that we had Tim Geddes on for an episode from Kind of Funny. That was obviously unexpected. So it's just a lot. We're building her up. We are slowly but surely climbing the ladder. Is it ladder relevancy? I don't even know I don't know if you call my channel relevant. I mean, there's channels that get way more views than mine that are way smaller. I'll give you an example. Sunbro Nation. You guys ever heard of Sunbro Nation? He's like a maestro of the clickbait titles. He's basically mastered what Switch Force does. When you look at his channel, and there's nothing against him, man. Mad respect to Sunbro Nation. Because he's pretty down to earth too, from what I could tell. I've never talked to him, but from what I could tell, the couple times I've seen his channel, he seems very down to earth. So he's got like 28,000 subs. But like, if you look at the views on his videos, man, 2 hours ago, 1.5K. Okay, doesn't sound fantastic, but hey, my video today didn't do much better. Yesterday, 6 hours ago, 6.8K. A day ago, 15,000. 2 days ago, 7.5. 3 days ago, 6.1. 4 days ago, 41,000. 5 days ago, 16,000. 6 days ago, 9.8 thousand. 7 days ago, 15,000. Then he did like a short that got 807 views. And 6.4, 11, 13, 9.8, 64. And the common thing you see in all of these videos, is one, the title and thumbnails are clickbait to the extreme. And they work. And his like to dislike ratio is very good. Like Breath of the Wild 2 update just appeared. The update is that it was still coming this year. Think about this for a moment. He created an entire 12-minute video around the idea that Zelda Breath of the Wild is still coming this year. Breath of the Wild update. It's still listed on the financial report for 2022. That's the news. Imagine that you have this minuscule news that's really just reminding you, hey, look, it's still coming this year. And yet you can make a title, Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 update just appeared. Then you put a fake box art up with, fake fan art and just put the word update in the thumbnail. 64,000 views on a story that isn't really much of a story. And yet he's got a 98% like to dislike ratio. So let that sink in. And he does this all the time. Like, he knows Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 is going to get views. So let me clickbait to hell. GoldenEye 007 Remaster leaked on Switch. There's no leak. There's no confirmation it's coming to Switch. There's a rumor that Microsoft's going to announce it soon from Jeff Grubb. Suddenly that rumor gets spun around as big leak, GoldenEye 007 leaked on Nintendo Switch, 41,000. Like, it's all about the thing about these YouTubers, and this is not me slighting some Bro Nation or Switch Force or anyone else. They know how to clickbait in a way that isn't a lie, but stretches the truth in a way to drive viewership. And what happens is people end up not being mad because these are stories they want. As an example, big leak, GoldenEye 007 leaked on Nintendo Switch. We have no idea if it's actually coming to Switch, but there's an inference it might come to Switch. And because people want it on Switch, no one's going to get mad at him for saying it leaked on Nintendo Switch because people want that news to be true. They want it to be on Switch. So because of that, even though when they watch it and get the context and realize nothing is really leaked, they can understand his excitement to want to say that because they want it too. Same with Breath of the Wild 2 update. They want big news on Breath of the Wild 2, so they can understand why he would take a small, mighty morsel and make a big deal out of it because they want an update on Breath of the Wild 2. You know, great news for Nintendo Switch Online 64 update appears. They want that news. Now, I think the reason this one's not slapping as well for him, 2 hours in, you know, only getting 1.5 thousand views. The reason this one's not slapping as much for him is because he put Majora's Mask in the thumb. When he put Majora's Mask in the thumb, you see Nintendo Switch Online new 64 update just appears. That's bad clickbait. That's not very good. There's basically no clickbait. There was an update. The release date of Majora's Mask. And when you put Majora's Mask in the thumbnail, everyone knows, okay, this video is just telling you that Majora's Mask is coming. I already saw that news everywhere else. Not going to get that many views. But then you go Nintendo Switch next gen console new direction. Basically the video I did today. But look at his title compared to mine. If you just look at his title compared to mine, let alone the thumbnail. But let's look at his title compared to mine. Same news. Same news. Nintendo talks next generation and what needs to happen. That's my title. What sounds more exciting? Oh, Nintendo talks next generation and what needs to happen. Really long title. Really explanatory. Not really clickbait. His title. Nintendo Switch capital, all caps, next gen console, new direction. And then in the thumbnail, a Switch Lite for some reason. Big update. My thumbnail, Nintendo's next generation plan with me going like this. More clickable. What the hell is this news? You don't get all the news in the title. I'm not good at clickbait. Like, people tell you, you're clickbait. I try. I'm not good at it. You could see the channels that are masters at it. And I watch some Bro Nation's videos once in a while. I got no issues. I got no issues with some Bro Nation and the way that he does this. I'm almost jealous of him and Switch Force because of the way they could take something that I'm also really excited about, but find a way to build excitement for others. You know? Zelda 35th Anniversary game is not coming to Switch. Canceled. Update. There's no update because there was never Zelda 35th Anniversary stuff coming anyways. There wasn't, but like, how did he come up with this concept to use the word canceled for non-news? Because it's not news. We were not going to get Zelda 35th stuff. That we've known this since EG, but like, how did he turn this thing into something that says canceled? Like, where did he come up with that idea? I'm legitimately jealous. Like, I wish Maybe you guys are glad that I'm not incapable of it, but I wish I could clickbait in this way. I wish I could like see this idea, like read a news story and be like, "Oh, I got a perfect title and thumbnail that can work for this story. Let's run with this." Like I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I clickbait. Yes, we all clickbait. All of us do small wave clickbaits. We all clickbait. I just can't do it to that level. I don't have the creativity to come up with those kind of titles. Like some people just have the skills and some don't. And I just don't have the skills to clickbait to that level. No, every now and then I do. Every now and then I get a title that slaps. Every now and then I get one that just works. Like Platinum Games wants to be bought while Capcom, that's a really long title. Too long. Shouldn't be doing it. Rumor videos kind of sell themselves. Obviously, they're rumors. Trying to look at the last one I had that slap. In my fake video where I had a joke about Nintendo buying Capcom. I mean, that slapped, but also huge rumor. Breath of the Wild 2 rumor. But again, rumors sell themselves. By the way, what the fuck just happened? What just...
Hey,
Oh, baby! J-Lo wanted the Don Julio to come out. Oh my god. Well, let's do that last shot, because now this is no longer the final shot. Oh. J-Lo! Sending off the set in style. I feel like I need a style button. Stop. Oh man, J-Lo. Sorry it took me a second to see that. I was kind of like looking at something else. I kind of saw that there was a super chat on this monitor down here, but I was going to get to it later. And then I realized it's red. I'm like, wait. J-Lo says, gotta send off the set with a hundo farewell. Try peace. Yeah, hundo is when we get the Don Julio. Which, there's still like 6 shots. We're fine. We're fine. We're not going to go through this. Don Julio might last all the way to summer. Got it, man. Thank you so much, J-Lo. I appreciate the support. You've obviously been a big supporter for a while. I appreciate it. Keep it up. I mean, you don't have to keep it up. It's your money. Your money, you can do what you want. But I do appreciate the hundo. It means a lot to me. The community support is everything. Like, I know our memberships are down right now, and I'm not really sure how I can promote the memberships any more than I already do. We already have like a big giveaway planned, if we ever hit the 200 member goal. But like besides that, I'm not gonna sit here and like beg. Oh, please hit the join button. It's your money. Do what you want. That's a DK gift card. Yes, it is. Hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. God bless Texas Epstein. How's it going, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome. I don't know if you just haven't been watching for a long time, but how's it going, man? Reason I dislike Zach the most is he lies and hypes up directs like he has inside knowledge and gets upset when the direct doesn't deliver on what he wants. Straight up lies, can't handle him. So I don't watch enough, like around direct time. I don't watch other people's previews or other people's guesses or other people's content on it because I'm too busy doing my own, right? So if I have my own podcast and I have my own, content, my own guesses, my own live streams about it, I don't watch other people. So like when you bring that up, that might be a good point, but I don't watch his content for like during that time. So if he does like a prediction and then in his prediction acts as if he's heard or I've heard or I have a little birdie told me or something, and so if he's like straight up being like acting like that's what do the kids say, sus, like that's really sus. But I wouldn't know because I don't watch that. I don't watch anyone because I got my own. So if he's doing that's not good. I don't try to pretend I have inside sources, man. Like when I post my rumors and leaks, I know like a couple developers and none of them are making it. So like I got nothing. Anything that I do hear about, it has nothing to do with it. So I don't talk. You know? In fact, out of respect for one of the developers in particular, I don't talk about anything. He doesn't want me. He's just someone that I met at E3 and is just a really nice guy. So, but yeah, it's if he's straight up lying, I try to avoid that. Like leaks, rumors, tinfoil hats. I always say, context matters, etc. I try really hard not to act like I know things. If it ever comes across like I know anything, I do apologize. Well, you matter of factly said the Switch Pro was coming. No, it was my humble opinion that the rumors were correct. I didn't know anything, but like, people don't take that context. They go, no, 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 no. You said. I'm like, no, I reported on rumors and leaks and gave some. I didn't ever say I know this will happen 100% for sure because somebody told me. But that's not the way people view it. People go like, oh, but you just kept talking. Like people got mad. I just did a Switch Pro video how it might come out and like, dude, the comment section is eviscerated, man. You guys see that? It was rough. I mentioned like a discussion video the other day, where I said, hey, Switch Pro can still come this year. Here's why. Yeah, Switch Pro this year. Here's why. It has 6,000 views. It has a lot of views. My like to dislike ratio of those is 86%. Almost 300 comments, and people are just like just blasting me for it, just getting so pissed, and it's like, oh God, what is happening? I'm just a gamer talking about a topic I want to talk about. Holy shit! Why are people coming at me? Like, why are we so angry? Is it because you want it to happen? Is it because you believed it was going to happen last year and it didn't? Like, what do you want? Don't hurt me, right? Like, it gets so angry. Let's see here. Later, Charles. Have a good night, man. If you're still watching, switch up and switch corner. Yeah, we had wait, who do we have? It wasn't switch up, was it? We had on Thomas from Switch Stop. Switch Stop. We had. He's a probably have him on against somebody, especially when we got something Mario. He's a huge Mario. Is the sounds cutting in and out? Yeah, we have an issue with our audio interface down here. Our audio. Hold on, let me fix the starters. Yeah, our audio interface has a problem. It's being replaced. There's a replacement audio interface coming, I think Monday. But anyways, we're about to build out a whole new studio, a whole new set. So it'll be using the new audio interface for a lot of it. This one might still get used if I could fix it. I'm going to attempt to fix it. Something burned out on it, so I'm going to attempt to find a replacement chip. Not really a chip, but anyway, a replacement part. It's a transistor. And try to weld it on, and see what happens. Not weld. God, it's not welding. Solder it on. Anyways, the point is, I'm going to try to fix this one so I can use this on a different set. So I don't have to move microphones between sets. That's the hope. We'll see what happens, obviously. But I still also have my wireless mic set that I can use anywhere. Not as good, but it works. Better than nothing. So hopefully it sounds better now. Basically, I smacked it. When I smack it, usually it starts to work fine again. Is it good now? Better now, yeah. I smacked it and suddenly it got louder and now it's fine. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. This audio interface, which by the way is a nice one. It's a 2i2 Scarlett Focusrite. It's like a $200 or $180 audio interface for two mics. It's really nice. I have a full-on Behringer mixer as well. It was like a $300 mixer, but it doesn't handle the electrical interference of the power lines outside my house very well. So we had to use something like this because there's this metal housing. I don't know if it's aluminum or steel. I don't know if it tells me. whatever metal this housing that Focusrite uses blocks out the electrical signals. So then we got rid of the electrical hiss noise that I couldn't get rid of for years. So that's why I stick with these. I've tried a couple cheap ones, like M Audio makes like cheaper ones, and yeah, it didn't block out shit. So I sent it back to Amazon. Because we were gonna replace this with like a 4 mic version from M Audio that was like $150, but it didn't block out the so like I'm basically I stick with Focusrite because I know it works. Now the audio issues I'm having are from a Focusrite, but I'm just gonna say it. Eric broke it. I'm just gonna say Eric broke it. Okay. So we were trying to make the audio work. Here's what we were trying to do. For the podcast, we're going to headphones. The reason we're going to headphones is so we don't struggle to hear the guest anymore. And the problem with going to headphones is that Eric is hard of hearing. I don't know if he's ever mentioned this to you guys. He's not ashamed of it, but he's hard of hearing. So when we put the headphones on, he can't hear me. Even though I'm right next to him and the headphones are not noise canceling, he can't hear me. So what we have to do, and this is perfectly normal for a lot of podcast setups, is we have to go through the audio interface so we can do the monitor. So we plug our headphones into here, use a splitter. We don't care about the audio drop off from the splitting. That doesn't bother us. And then we have to do the monitor thing so he can hear me talk and I can hear him talk. So we can hear each other talk. We also hear ourselves talk. And then we can hear our guest. Now, you guys won't hear us twice. The monitor just lets us hear ourselves, but then we route their audio through here, and that's what you guys hear, and then that's what we hear. The problem, and by the way, perfectly normal. Most audio interfaces handle it no problem, including the Scarlett Focusrite. The problem is that as we were setting it up a couple weeks ago, Eric was messing with it. Because I was over there messing with it on the computer, and he was over here messing with it. And he did something, and there was a pop. I don't know what he did. But, since then, it hasn't really worked right. So, he broke both my monitor. He broke both of my $100 blue arms. To his credit, he bought new ones. This one I'm using right here is a new boom arm, and I like this boom arm better. But it doesn't matter. He broke the ones we had that were nice. So, there's just... Further story. These lav mics, okay? These are our nice ones. They came with these special clips that you can't buy. We had 3 of them. He broke all 3 clips. Keep in mind, for a while I was using these lav mics every single day. Every single day. He's only here once a week. Within 2 weeks, he broke every single clip for my lav mics. Beyond all that, these are our original lav mics from E3 last year, right? We used lav mics. This one still works. We had 4 of them. He broke 3 of them. This one still works, but he broke 3 of them. I don't know what and Eric works in IT. So I don't know what is going on, but every time I have him help me with the tech side of running this channel, he doesn't mean to, but things just break. Oh, dude, can you help me test the microphones? Breaks. Oh, man. You know what? I need you to put the headphones on over here as I change the audio sources over here. Pop. Oh, Eric. Hey, can you go up to the camera quick and adjust the zoom? He'll probably shatter the lens. He doesn't mean to. He's an amazing guy and the best friend anyone could ever have. But I mean, he just has the worst luck. Like, the bottom line is, the thing, well, okay, the monitor arms were legitimately on him. He shouldn't have broken the way he did. Legitimately on him. He should not have broke those arms. That was on him. This thing having a pop and now having issues That's not probably his fault. Something shorted, something, too much power. I don't know. Something happened. It's not on him specifically, but it's also kind of like, but of course it happened when you were doing it. I like this with our cars. So I never have any problems when I drive the cars, but every time our car needs to go and repair because something's wrong, it happens when my fiance is driving it. I have yet to drive a car in 10 years where something happened while I was driving. It always happens while she is driving. So it always feels like she's the bad luck with the cars. Eric's the bad luck with anything in my studio. He helped me install the screen that we're going to be using on one of our sets, and I'm halfway surprised that he didn't break the screen while we installed it. And even then, his side that might be installed wrong for some reason, during our first show that we record, it'll fall and break, and I'll just stare at him and go, well, there goes $2,000. It's under warranty. It'd be fine. Still, there goes $2,000. Oh my god. But and the thing is, he works in IT. He's literally an IT person. He's messing with computers and tech all the time. So like, it's not his fault. So sometimes you just go on like a bad luck streak. And since we built this studio, I don't know if he's just not. I don't know. He's just on a bad luck streak touching my stuff. He's almost worse than my kid. My kids have broken less than he has. I tell him that every night. I'm like, Eric, let this sink in. Since we built this studio, my children who are here every day have broken less than you have. And you're here once a week. And you're an adult who works in tech. Who only needs to sit at a chair and talk in a microphone. That's all you need to do. He's a super good guy. I don't think any of it, besides the boom arms, that was totally on him. But besides that, the rest of the stuff, that's why he graciously replaced the arms himself. I was just gonna buy new ones, and I did buy a third one that I'm using for my desk, for game streams. But that's not here nor there. Eric is a good dude. He just has the worst luck, man. Love him to death. Worst luck. Like he's in Milwaukee for work, and he could have went to the last Milwaukee Bucks game. He didn't. In that game, Giannis dropped 50 points and the Bucks won. Tonight, the Bucks lost. And of course, he was at the game. I don't know what it is. He's just on a bad luck streak, guys. I love him though. He's a good dude. Couldn't ask for a better friend. Oh, dude, audio equipment can be really finicky. I like Natsu. I know that you've worked with some stuff. Audio equipment has all of it. Does it doesn't matter what brand you get. What is Behringer? Obviously this is the Scarlet Focus, right? Who's the brand? Maybe the brand is Focus, right? Anyways, I've used a bunch of different audio equipment. Like the only thing I've never had a legit problem with are these. This mic, the AT2035 by Audio Technica, never had a problem. These mics have been just fine. I've had these are the longest standing piece of tech in my studio. Are these mics? But yeah, audio equipment can be really finicky, with computers and just in general. It can be. It shouldn't be. It's right. If you think about what it's doing, it's pretty simple. But it only seemed. I don't even want to say on the expensive equipment because I've been in, like on stage crews and stuff with really expensive equipment at like theaters, and even they can be finicky. Like everything's just always finicky, and it sucks. See, it sucks when everything works in testing, and then the moment you go live or the moment the show starts, of course, that's when the issues begin. Even though everything was just working, but the moment you unmute the mic, it all just goes to shit. So I don't blame Eric. It's just convenient that when he touched it was when it broke. What are you gonna do? So yeah, that was a nice. God, what did we spend? Because we always figure if we're going to get another one, and we're going to stick with the Focus, right? Because the shielding on it works. We might as well get one that's a little bit better. Now we thought about going with the 4 mic version to future-proof ourselves. The 4 mic version is like $400. We ended up going with the 4i4, which on the front side is gonna look very similar. but on the back is interesting. So on the back side, we get some additional ports. So one, we can run a MIDI in, MIDI out. That's more so for like instruments, or if you want to run in like a soundboard. We're not doing that. But we get four. One, two, three. No, we get two additional line inputs. Now those are usually for instruments. But what's nice about those line inputs, they'll also take. Funny. This is hilarious. So, let's say we want to add a third person to the set. Fine. We take our little Scarlett, what is this? The Solo. This one's got no problems. I can run this off my laptop. I can run the mic into here. I can run it out the headphone jack with the monitor turned on, run it into one of the line inputs on that one, and now I can run 3 mics. I just have to plug this into a different computer. Actually, I don't even know if I need to plug it into a computer, to be honest. I think I could just power it on. I honestly don't think it needs to run on a computer. Maybe it does because of drivers, but I'm pretty sure for the way I'm using this, I just have to power it on. I might not even need to run it into a computer, since I'm just using the monitor feature, which is all handled, internally. But yeah, so it's like a way to like daisy chain it a little bit that just gives me a third microphone to use. Isn't it kind of funny? So that's why we went with it, because it's kind of like, well, then we can use this if we need a third mic, theoretically. We'll test it out to make sure it works. I have a mixer, by the way, that can take 4 mics. Just again, there's a hiss, and I don't know. We'll try to fix it, but technology is just so... Tech in general is wonderful and does make our lives easier, but it's always finicky. Like Natsu said, I work in a concert hall. Audio tech is always the first thing to break. Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, bottom line, if everything breaks, I can always run one microphone. But what is nice is we are going to have. So the easy way to get around what we're doing is to just use USB microphones, right? USB microphones are cheaper. They're popular. They're easy to use. A lot of people use them. The audio quality is worse, and that's why we don't use them. But I will be actually using a USB mic for live streams moving forward. We have a new one, but yeah, I don't know. It's I love audio equipment. I love the way like these XLR lav mics. Like these are expensive ones. I love how they sound. I almost like how they sound more than these mics. When I have this mic further away like this, I almost like how this sounds in comparison. But this does give you a deeper, richer tone. And when you're editing, because of the richness that this microphone captures, I actually have more flexibility in my audio than with this. Like this captures a more natural sound, but because of that, there's a lot less messing with the audio I can do in comparison to this. So it's kind of a give or take, They all work. And it's like on my video going out in the morning, that's with a wireless lab system. And with wireless, you got to deal with the latency. The wireless mic systems often are super loud, and you can't adjust the volume while you're doing it. You just have to hope you're not peaking like crazy. So like you got to fix that in post, but it works. There is technically you can use like a Sennheiser or something. Like there are wireless lab mic systems that are better, but I don't have thousands of dollars to use the good shit. So when you're using a budget $400 set, you make it work. Technology is so wonderful, and I love tech. I'm a tech enthusiast, but man, it can be really rough. What did he do to the arms? He basically did. So here's what happened. Okay. In fact, let me go grab here. I'm gonna go grab the one that's fine, so I can show you. Because we already threw out the other two. All right. So this is the arms we were using. Okay. Right now it's really tight. All right. So these are the arms we were using, right? So we basically we put them in. I think we put them in like this, and then we would come down like this, and then we'd have the mic like this, right? So these are the arms we were using. These are blue, a pretty reputable brand arm. And there's a retention system, like a kind of like a spring retention system in here that makes this all work. All right, and you have 2 points that you can tighten it down at, here and here, and then you can change how hard the retention is on the bottom with this screw. So I was having a hard time before the podcast started, getting my mic to stay in place. So I said, I have a third arm. Let me try putting this arm in, that's this one, and try adjusting this one quick. And this was right before we were starting our podcast. And I put it in, I tightened it down, and it just worked. My mic did not move for the entire episode. For the first time, basically ever, my mic did not move at all. Okay? And Eric's mic wasn't really moving either. His mic would always fall towards him, but it wouldn't go up and down. My mic would always just raise up. Okay, so he's like, wait a second. What'd you do? Well, I tightened the retention down here a couple times, and then it worked just fine. So Eric, in his infinite wisdom, says, oh, I want to do the same thing after the show. He takes his stand off, he looks at it, he goes, okay. He tightens and tightens and tightens until this won't tighten anymore, which is not what I did. Then he goes to bend it, and all of a sudden, what was that? Some sort of snap in here. He unscrews it, and there's a little plastic bit in there, which I could argue is a bad design. Probably should be metal, not plastic. Totally snapped it off. He's like, shit. So then I go and hand him the one that I took off of mine that still works. I just needed to change the retention on the bottom. He goes to the retention on the bottom. This time he loosens it. Then he goes to bend it. Snap. He didn't loosen the mechanism before he did that. So because he didn't loosen the mechanism, he snapped the plastic. Like, he just did it. He's just. How do you do it twice in a row? How do you do it twice in a row? Like, you just did it once by accident. So how do you do it again? How? I understand one time. This is why we had 3, by the way. We had a backup in case one broke. Right now, we don't have any backup. If this arm breaks, I don't have a backup. But, like, he did it twice in a row with the same... because it's looser this time, but you didn't loosen them. So, he breaks them both. He looks at me, and he goes, these were expensive, weren't they? I'm like, well, they weren't cheap. I mean, what do they go for right now? Let me look on Amazon here. Blue arm. Oh, I might do. Okay, $90 right now. There was $100 when I got them. They're $90 right now. So $180 just went like that. So I still have one that works, by the way. But the ones I always wanted were like ones that Linus Tech Tip uses that are like $2,000. They're basically low profile ones. So instead of them coming like over the top, they're more like this right here. You guys can't tell, but it's basically flat. Then it goes down a little bit and flat. It's maybe a grand total of 6 inches on this arm off of my desk, and then the arm it plugs into is maybe 2 or 3 inches off. It's very flat coming in. It's meant to go underneath a monitor, and I love that style. And only one other company makes them, and that was Elgato. So now we got some Elgato, and I do like that it's got like these magnetic cable management things. That's really nice too, a nice touch. But they're not meant to hold really heavy microphones, and these microphones are not like super heavy, but they're kind of like at the weight limit of these. So I don't know how long they're gonna last. We'll see. There might be a way that I can maybe like, I don't know, loosen it up and then shove like maybe take it out and put in some washers and maybe get a little more tightness in there, and it might work fine. But I mean, it's holding fine right now. But it did fall the other day, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if like 6 months from now it's not going to hold anymore. I don't know. But I really like this style. So I have bought a third one that's going to be used with the microphone these are meant for my streaming setup on my desk. So that shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, we're gonna. It was funny watching him just. I literally looked at him. I'm like, Eric, man, really, Eric. And that's the same day that we already had an issue with the audio that popped. So it was just lovely. Anyways, and plus Eric, because of his hearing issue, can't use headphones like this because it pushes on his ears and hurt him. So then we had to buy special expensive headphones. Because he's got to have more comfortable headphones. So of course, we got some Sennheiser. Which ones are coming in? The Sennheisers HD 560s. Only $190 each. No backups, by the way, Eric. You break these, you're buying new ones. Okay, I did not buy a third headphone as a backup. You break yours, you ain't using mine. You're buying a new one. Letting you know right now, you're buying a new one if you break these. Anyways, they are really, really nice. They're reviewed really, really well. And they're supposedly super comfortable, and they cup around your ear. So, not noise canceling, because I didn't want noise canceling ones. Because, I have kids and stuff. I got to be able to hear if something happens. But, your arm comes off. Yeah, I saw the Zelda Majora's Mask update constant. My stage that I imagine uses IEM in-ear monitors. Yep, okay, yep. But this one guy was so insistent on having wedge monitors for a choir, and the feedback was so insane but he said his music would drown it out. Easily the word. Okay, if there's insane feedback, you don't go, oh yeah, there's insane feedback, but don't worry. Our music will drown out the feedback. Feedback happens at a certain frequency that people can't unhear. It's a frequency thing. Doesn't matter how loud the band is. The frequency's still there. Oh, God. What an idiot. I'm not even an audio tech professional. Like, Natsu, you know way more about audio tech than I. Like, literally, I wish I could borrow you for a day to come over here and help me with all my audio issues I've ever had and just try to teach me how to set things properly. But even me not being a professional knows that's fucking stupid. Just stupid. My God. One of the dumbest things I think I've heard someone say yet. Like, I've seen some dumb shit out there too. God, Soldier is really hyped for Kirby. I hate how they compare it to Odyssey. Odyssey should be compared to Kirby. Oh, whoa. Kirby will be compared to Odyssey because Odyssey came out first. Let's be clear about that. However, I'm not so sure they should be compared. They're completely different games. I mean, they're both platformers, but they're done in different ways. I don't think we should compare them directly like that. But it's going to happen. And Odyssey came first. So that's just what happens. All right. I think the chat's dead. I haven't seen a new chat in a while. So I think we're going to... I know I said this before, but I'm actually going to end the stream. You guys are awesome. Let me get this shot in from JLo. I don't know if she stuck around to see me take it. JLo, you still there? You still there to see me take the send-off shot? The $100 send-off shot, courtesy of JLo? I hope you're still here. If you're not, I'm sorry. You'll have to watch this back later. But this is the send-off of the set. We're over. We're done. That's it. Finito. Finato. One shot. And that's the end. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are amazing. I don't know what I do to deserve the support. I mean, you guys got $180.95 in Super Chats tonight. Insane. Every penny of that is just insane. Oh, lights, dude. I could use your help with lights. I could use your stuff, your help with lights. Anyways. Cheers, man. Later, God bless Texas Epstein, Sam West, LAX, Natsu, Tony, Timothy, Don, Sam, Deadman, Walking, John C, and anyone else who's here still. Thank you guys for coming for our final stream on this set. The next time you see me on a live stream will look completely different. Like 1000% different. I hope you're looking forward to that. Peace out, guys. Cheers. Oh my god. Oh, it's like I drink straight acid. Who likes... I know people like tequila, but... Oh, it's like pure acid. Alright, guys. See you in the next video. Technically tomorrow morning. Bye.